on, can you hear me? Test. We're live. Andrea's game is not up yet, but we're here and we're ready to go. Too quiet? What's too quiet? Oh, my mic? Is this good? Turn mic up. Now it should be good. Is it? Oh. Here we go. Here we go. Better. Okay. It's probably good. You may think it's a chess stream, but we're actually just a medieval music stream. We just get together and we listen to medieval mixes. Can you guys hear the music in the back? Levy called me large, Botez. This is a large gallon of water. Several times. Well, you know what? It's a miracle he's married, ladies and gentlemen, if that's how he talks about ladies. Good job, Lucy. Actually, good job, Levy. Good job, Levy. Lucky man. So I'm just waiting for Andrea's game to show up. It is not here yet. Okay, here we go. Oh no, this is her last game. I think this is her last game. No, this should be her current game. Sorry, it's just not updated yet, but we're gonna get it soon, so I'm just gonna wait for it to pop up. But in the meantime, welcome everybody. Andrea is 2 out of 2 so far, and she's going into her 3rd round. She's gonna play somebody higher rated again. Hopefully she's gonna get another upset. Can I, like, a thrash metal version of Green Leaves? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Well, we'll see how we're feeling. Beetle the Bardcore. I mean, my YouTube history right now is honestly the most lit it's ever been. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm pretty excited about my recent one. Wait, let me see what other good songs they have. They have R&B. Oh my god, they have Promiscuous Nelly Furtado. What? Are these ratings FIDE or USCF? They're USCF. You guys, while we wait for Andrea's game to start, how is your day going? How is everybody feeling? It is Friday. Do you guys have any fun plans? You heard the little goblin is doing well so far. She is! Oh, okay. This one isn't as good. This one isn't as good. I hate to say it, but this mix doesn't slap as hard. But let's try this one instead. Let's try this one instead. Bangers only is the only rule today, and Andrea is not allowed to lose. Still missing Andrea's video though. We'll start working later. Hi Dad, how's the tournament? Are you enjoying the commentary? Andrea is playing another 2097. How did they decide on who? I have double alerts on? Okay. We just want people to be getting extra attention, you know? Do do do. We keep it rockin'. Na na na. Okay, here we go. We have the clocks completely filled now. Here we go.
Oh, awesome. Holy shit.
I hear the gremlin. Alright.
Dude, the elevator took forever. We waited for like 10 minutes. I started preparing my chest base during the wait because I was like, I don't have time for this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and they don't post pairings until like 2 minutes before. So I'm like, all right. Thanks, Nemo.
All right. Hello, Andrea. Hello, 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 hello. Let me out. Let me out.
Oh my god.
Let me out. Don't put me in your bag. I don't like it. I want to see.
Alex, you need to mute yourself. I'm going in. You're gonna get me in trouble. Please be quiet. Mute, mute, mute.
Do I do it, chat? She did. She did tell me to shush. Oh, okay. Well, at least we know she's on her way. Let's go, Gremlin. I hope so. I hope she's gonna get another dub. Okay, look. There we go. We're getting... Oh, look at her walking. She's wearing her little Balenciaga hoodie. Look at that strut. She's walking so fast. I mean, this is gonna be our entertainment because the game hasn't started yet. Look at her marching on over. That's a confident walk, yes. Gremlin point of view. Money Moy, thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, we have Andrea sitting down. I'm muted. Aw, look, she has a little fan. That's cute. No standing. Oh, all right. Are we, where are we going? I don't want to go in another bag. I want to be treated well. Don't put me in the bag again. All right. Are we going to make it in? Andrea did win earlier. Andrea did win earlier. Know it. Oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it till there's nothing at all. All right. So, for those of you who are just joining, Andrea's playing in the National Open in Las Vegas. It's an annual tournament they host every single year. And she's 2 out of 2 so far. She's 2 out of 2. Oh my god, is she playing next to XQC? Did you guys get it? Oh my gosh. Nope, nope, it's not. It's not. When the camera moved fast, I thought it was XQC for a second. It looks like it's Sabina Feuchter, but I don't know if she's playing. Yeah. Easy mistake. It's just the beautiful hair. No, it looks like Sabina. Oh, Papa Botez said it is. Okay, well look, we have the camera and the gremlin's not wearing her chest hoodie anymore. I'm not superstitious, but I'm kind of superstitious. All right, let me flip the board. Oh, I see that we lost the board. Okay, 1 second, friends. Nothing at all. They say you're nothing. Nothing is forever. So what makes love? Love keeps at. Oh, I'm so offbeat. All right, I promise the singing is over. No more singing. No more singing. We're good now. We're good now. Please don't leave. I will stop. I'm done. I promise. Okay. All right, we got the game. Andrea is playing against Jean-Pierre Sanger. Okay, he looks like a serious man. Andrea looks like a serious woman. And he's playing an early H4. Okay, the disrespect. I mean, okay, the board isn't updated yet. I just saw him play it. I just saw him play it. There we go. H4. So, it is an idea that you sometimes have, playing D4, C4 with the white side of the pieces, H4. But you usually wait to play it a little bit later. There isn't technically anything wrong with it, though. So he could play H4. Maybe he's trying to throw Andrea off a little bit by mixing up the move order. So I'm curious how Andrea's gonna react. the natural inclination often is to just play h5 and block it as well. I'm curious what the opening book would say of this. Let me see if I can, let me see if I could open opening book without ruining the game. Okay, hang on. Openings, okay. Oh, you could open opening book in here. That is awesome. Okay, actually, chess.com, that's a really cool feature. Okay, so you guys can't tell, but I will tell you. So, opening book here, chat, try to see if you could guess one of the 2 most common moves that black needs to play here. Oh no, I just found out something. Her opponent has a rated chess game in the database from the 1970s. Damn, that's pretty cool. Alright, people are guessing. People are guessing. Honestly, a lot of people are wrong with their intuition, and I think this is why her opponent played this, because h5 is apparently not a good move according to the opening book. White wins 83% of the time in h5, but there's not enough sample games, but still, you know. The best response for black is supposed to be bishop g7 or c5, according to the opening book. Let's see, and the computer also actually likes c5 and bishop g7. I wonder why h5 is not a good move. Let's put it in the book here. Okay, so it's not a bad move, but I imagine h4 is trying to prime h5 here. And then it goes into kind of the typical things you see in this system where white starts developing, you get your bishop out, you castle. Oh, guys, Andrea played bishop g7. Okay, she did the book move and the computer move, or one of the top 2, so that's good. That's good. Oh, are we okay with the music? Yeah, we're okay with the music. This is good. Is it too loud? Okay. Here you go. Is it good now? A little loud? Okay. Okay, good. Still loud? Didn't change. Okay, I fixed it now. Sorry, I had 2 outputs. And I do see that the clock is actually also wrong. So let's get Andrea's clock in here. I worship like a dog. Too quiet? Okay, don't worry, I'll fix it. There we go. Alright, we have everything. Don't worry, we're gonna be here for like 4 hours. Everything's gonna be perfect by the end. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. It was perfect before. Oh, you guys are so picky. Okay, here we go. Alright, we are good now. We're leaving it here. This should be perfect. It's perfect. Good. We're keeping it. We're keeping it. Okay. So looking at the opening book, knight c3 is theory here. Even though there's only 10 games in chess.com's database here. But now we get to 31 because it transposes. So here, Andrea is supposed to play d5 or d6. She can also castle. Those are the top 3 most common moves, so this is pretty straightforward. d5 strikes me as more of a... not quite Grunfeld, but she doesn't usually play d5 because she plays the Perk or the King's Indian. So usually I see Andrea play ideas like d6. I think Andrea's taking her time because she's trying to figure out if h4 is changing anything in her plans. Okay, I don't want to hear any slander of the medieval music. You know what? You don't deserve it anymore. One chatter said it was bad, and now we're all losing it. That's it. I will not let people talk about the music this way. All right. So let's go back to it. For those of you who don't know anything about the King's Indian, it's... Hello, Cox, thank you so much for the sub. It's kind of a counterintuitive opening because the computer typically really doesn't like the King's Indian because you put your bishop on this diagonal and it often gets blocked. You start by putting your pawns not on the 5th rank, but on the 6th with the idea of opening things up, and you get some really crazy plans. That being said, a lot of top players have played the King's Indian. Garry Kasparov, famously one of the former world champions. And the reason why people really like it is because you get into some of these crazy games where you get really nice kingside attacks, and that's a huge part of why you see a lot of people liking to play the King's Indian. With h4, you're not really going to get those styles of position. Did Andrea make a move? She did make a move. Okay, she played d6. This is exactly what we expected because she plays the King's Indian. So d6 is what you're going to expect here. So she's going to kind of have to come up with different kinds of plans here that I see Andrea normally pushing e5, and this is pretty common, but I think c5 is better in this position because with e5 you're trying to get like f5 and f4 and go for a kingside attack, but if there's h4 then it might be easier to go for plans like c5. That's another thing you could try to do, which is break open the center and try to free open your long diagonal. Andrea's hearing the music. Yes, she's jamming. Actually, I'm gonna open my cam over there to the side. Sabina Foyeshore, who is playing next to her, she's also Romanian actually, and her mom used to be my coach. She was an incredible coach until sadly she passed away early, but she was really a great coach. And Sabina also has a younger sister who plays chess, so shout out to her. Thank you, Arblang. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We got that. Look, the other guy is more interested in Andrea's game. That's good. I want the Romanian ladies to win this round. Anyway, she's also a woman grandmaster, Sabina, the one who's playing next to Andrea. And she's on board 10, so she must be doing pretty well. Let me see if I can see. Yes, she's playing against an FM. So next to Andrea, there's an FM and a woman grandmaster. Thank you, Striggle. Appreciate it. Andrea and Sabina are in different sections. They just put Andrea here because they have special privileges for the streamers. The streamers get their own table because they bring promotion. Yeah. This guy, GigaChad, moves pawn only. Yeah, I mean, he has moved pawns only. And actually, h5 is the most common move along with king castle here too. So it does really feel that you provoke black to play h5, which is okay. You can play h5. It's just that it's going to have a very different plan than Andrea is used to. So it does feel kind of like a tricky opening, you know? Where you're getting your opponent to have to play something they're not used to. Is this opening good? Yeah, you could play h4. I don't know what the best continuation is for black, but it is probably moves like h5. I mean, the thing is, you know, different variations are not going to play that big of a role if the players are at this level and they don't have time to prepare because they just get the pairing. Okay, so what did Andrea do? I think she played knight bd7. We see it first on her screen. There we go, knight bd7. This was a little bit less common. And the reason why this move is less common is it also allowed for g4, which her opponent didn't play, so it doesn't matter. But it blocked off the bishop, so if white wanted to go for g4, they could. And I'm guessing that's why h5 was such a common move, because you don't want to allow g4, because then you're dealing with a really big kingside attack, and her opponent is really being a GigaChad here and putting all of his pawns on the 4, so I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to put one more out there. But he played bishop e2 first, so that's a little bit slower. And Yeah, with her knight on d7, I'm guessing Andrea's plan is to play e5, d5, and knight c5, because this is what she's used to. Again, I feel like in this position, since she's not going to get a kingside attack, the c5 plan made more sense. But it's quite a nuance, and it's not gonna change the name. Is h5 bad at the moment? I don't think h5 is bad at the moment. No. The computer doesn't like h5 as its first move, but I think as a human it's totally okay. I could put it in and see why the computer doesn't like it. Okay, also, the computer usually gives white an advantage of around a pawn in the King's Indian, so you might be looking at the computer right now and be like, oh my god, Andrea's in such a bad position. No, this is just the King's Indian, folks. This is what I mean. It's a tough cookie to play with. Did Andrea get win earlier? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I'm gonna put it in the title too. Okay, so Andrea plays h5. I think this is totally okay. And now the computer is calming down to it as well, which is good. How do they consent to video? The tournament organizers basically told everybody, because it was actually the tournament organizers who reached out to Andrea and all of the streamers. Tournament organizers are trying to get onto the streaming trend. So, you know, if you're playing in that section, you got to be okay with it. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, of course they should. It's beneficial to them. More people are looking into the tournament. So yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. I can't move my chair up anymore. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate it. Thanks for the 2 months. Okay. So. Ooh, wait 1 second. It froze. Okay. Oh, wait, never mind. The computer didn't like it anymore. The computer was just frozen on the old move. But I don't think h5 is as bad of a move as Stockfish thinks. I think this is just normal for the King's Indian. And honestly, I would be more scared for Andrea. Oh, look at Andrea. She's lurking behind her opponent. She's doing the technique. She's looking from his point of view. He probably feels that gremlin breath on his shoulder and he feels nervous. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh, do you see the look she's giving us? This is very intimidating. I wouldn't want to be behind the gremlin now. I'm gonna zoom in. Gremlin vision. She is thinking. Look how angry she looks. I love it. She really has her thinking face on. Thinking very deeply about him in the opening. It looks like he's praying to not get killed by the gremlin or something. He knows she's behind. Okay. I'm gonna keep this version up until Andrea moves. I think this is more entertaining anyway. I like Andrea lurking behind. Even the other guy felt uncomfortable and he had to leave. Alright. Are we losing Andrea? Is she moving around? Okay. Thank you, Aris Soy Boy. I don't think that's a nice term. And Elian Sonnerberg. Levy was saying how it's a bad habit. Why did he say that? She should approach his ears and whisper, bang, bang, bang. Gotham said no. Wait, let me listen to the clip. Hang on. Okay, 1 second. Let's quickly watch the Levy reaction. Give me a second, folks. Okay. All right. Here you go. Let's see what Levy said. Who called me out? Who was it? Who was it? Show yourself. You're not getting the screen back until you show who told on me. God damn it. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad, okay? Oh, guys, give me 1 second. I have some guests and I need to let them in. I'll be right back. Where are my shoes? I'm back, chat. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I didn't leave you guys. Oh my god. All right. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. How are you guys doing? Abandoned? You're not abandoned. Okay. Alex made some mistakes. I did or Andrea did? Okay, let me look at what's happened since I've been gone. Sorry, I had two guests and I had to show them where everything was in the house. Okay, so her opponent played bishop g5. Okay. c5, nice. I like that she went for c5 instead of e5. I'm happy with that. d5, and now it's Andrea's turn to move. How are we doing on time? Okay, only 5 minutes down. Thank you, Magic Moose. Alex was just behind camera. You guys, I was, yeah, I was just standing to look at it from your point of view. I was doing the chess thing IRL, where I go behind you. What happened to medieval music? One person in chat ruined it for the rest of us, because that's how it works. I'm very mature, so when I see 99 positive comments and 1 negative, I listen to the latter. Mm-hmm. Will the guests make a cameo appearance? Up to them. I'm gonna film a video tomorrow with the guests. We'll see if they have time to stream. I'm not gonna tell you guys who it is, because I would like you guys to be surprised. But you guys know the guests. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna let people do. Alex, how disturbing is it to play a tournament being filmed? Honestly, you don't even think about it being filmed. Chess is just all-encompassing. Did he push another pawn? Okay, no, for a second I thought he played f4. Okay, queen d2 makes a lot of sense. So he wants to castle queenside here. And also, if Andrea castles, he might play a move like bishop h6, because Andrea's bishop is going to be powerful later on here. So I actually do wonder if castling if bishop h6 is a move here. The computer never likes bishop h6 right away, but I always find bishop h6 very annoying as a human to play against. But apparently this is okay. You can go for e6 and try to break the center. So Andrea's plan is going to be trying to open up on the queen side, like a6, rook b8, bishop b5 if he's going for castling. And from him, we're probably going to see moves like f4, f5. What else can we try to see from him? Knight f3, just developing the knight and trying to trade off. It'll be a fun game. So far, Andrea's doing well. Oh my god, is that Alexander Katz? Is that Alex Katz? It looks like him. He's an international master. He's a friend of mine. He plays National Open every year. We played once in National Open, and we drew. It was my best result, and I was very proud of it. He's a very nice dude. He beat Nemo yesterday? Oh, he did? Oh, I've certainly read Secretary Problem applied to dating. Ben sub, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I've read very much on dating theory because I am a master of dating. Not because I need instruction. I am going to ban somebody who says cap. Anyway, Andrea's thinking here. And I will say this. These plans are hard for black. I play very similar. And I really struggle figuring out what to do sometimes. Thank you so much, Bilbowski. I appreciate it. And the thing is, even if you go for moves like a6, white can play a4. And you really just have to sack a pawn if you're going to get any kind of attack. The king side is completely blocked up. sometimes you can try to go for things like e6, but then if you take, you have this backwards d6 pawn. So even though the computer is basically saying it's a level game, these plans are pretty hard for white. For black, sorry. I don't love playing these kinds of positions. Chessbra! Thank you for the 35 months. I owe a shot. We definitely have a lot of alcohol. Assuming this was a kid. What song is this? Oh, I'm not listening. Oh my god, Tarzan Boy. I don't know why I knew that right away. I went through an 80s phase. Like Tarzan Boy. Thank you, Eeyore. Can we take a quick peek at Sabina's? Yeah, absolutely. You refuse to believe this song was popular? This is a banger. Okay, let's check on Sabina as well. I'm gonna look at it from her point of view. Okay, let me see how we got here. Okay, so g3, bishop g2. She's pushing d4 very early. If white didn't take space in the center, she will. Okay. Oh, this is a tricky line. It looks like she can take here, but there's some complications with knight c6 there, so I'm guessing she didn't want to go into it, so she just castled. Alright, so they're still pretty early on in the opening here. Sabina has this pawn on d4, which gives her a lot of space, but it's also overextended, so it's pushed a little bit far, which makes it harder to defend. You can't push e5 right away, and white is going to try to do things to make it even more difficult. That being said, it also kind of closes off white's pieces. So the bishop is blocked here. The knight can't develop as easily. But she will have to be careful to make sure it's not lost later on. And her piece development is actually pretty difficult too, because she needs to move this pawn if she's going to get her bishop out. So this is kind of a tricky idea. Maybe if she could play b6 and bishop b7, get her bishops out, that feels pretty good. This is one of those very positional openings that you're really slow playing and trying to slowly improve the position of your pieces. Okay, let's check back in on Andrea, because I see some moves being made. Okay, so Andrea played a6, which again makes sense. These are the kinds of plans you need to go for. You have to try to push open at some point. And our opponent plays f3, which is definitely a more passive move. The computer didn't like it. You got this really strong pawn chain, but I think it makes the development of his pieces more awkward. If he put that knight on f3, challenging Andrea's knight out of the center, it feels like that would have been a little bit more annoying, because now the knight is slightly misplaced. I mean, it could come to h3 and f2, but it's pretty slow. So I don't love the move f3 here. Well, let's see. Let's say he had played knight f3 instead. I wonder what he was worried about. I mean, Andrea's not going to want to take with her pawn, so Andrea either needs to defend it with a move like knight fd7 or take. Let's say she plays knight fd7, and let's say you take and Andrea brings back the knight. Could he go for ideas like f4 at some point? At least he doesn't have a knight that is stuck on g1. This feels like a better idea for him. He could even castle this way and push f4. Oops. Is Andrea trying to open up the right side? Yeah, so she's playing bishop d7, so she's developing her bishop, and she also has another piece that is putting pressure on b5. And what she is trying to do here is prepare in case her opponent castles queenside. If he castles queenside, then she's going to push all of her pawns toward him. Andrea should have worn the black hoodie again. I mean, I'm superstitious. I wouldn't change my hoodie if I'm getting wins, but really there's no need to do that. Schedule. We have a schedule, ladies and gentlemen. Not to brag, but we have a schedule. Is it cold there? Yes. The tournament halls are always really cold, and Vegas is always really cold. Even though it's super hot outside, tournaments are freezing. Okay, so her opponent is playing very quickly, so I'm guessing f3, knight h3 is just an idea he's really familiar with. So even though it might not be the best plan for the position, it's something he knows and loves. I imagine what he might be going for is g4, putting the knight on f2 and trying to break open Andrea's kingside that way. And, you know, sometimes having a plan is better than making the most accurate moves. Pepe, please. It's good to see the chat with a good energy. Get a reversible black and white hoodie? That would be cool, actually. Reversible black and white hoodie. But our hoodies have this really soft velvet on the inside that feels nice, but doesn't look amazing. Don't you ever come around here. Don't want to see your face. Don't want to disappear. Ow! I'm not doing requests right now, but I appreciate the dono. Okay, so we have an idea of what his plans are. It doesn't make any sense to put his knight on f4, so it is going to be f2. Let's figure out what Andrea should do here. So, she still can't push b5. Why? Because the pawn on b5 is going to be attacked 3 times, and it's only defended 3 times. So what she could try to do is bring another piece to help. And I really like queen a5 because it also stops a4. You can push b5 and the a-pawn can't move because then you could take the rook. So queen a5 basically ensures that Andrea is going to get b5. And that's really important here because if white somehow gets a4, it's not that Andrea's position is lost or anything like that, but it makes her plan a lot harder. And that's one of the things, even when you're looking at a position with an engine, you're trying to see what plans are easier to find as a human, because there's certain positions where, actually like this position, not this position, but certain positions where there's really weird plans that you can't see otherwise, and those are the only ways to play them. So yeah, I would like to see Andrea play queen a5. I think that would make her life easier. She could also sacrifice if she wants and just open it up, but Andrea doesn't like sacrificing pawns, so I don't think she would. Honestly, she could castle, and if a4, play queen a5, but then white could castle, and Andrea is not going to get her b5 push in. Andrea, do you guys see that Andrea's moving her little gremlin fingers? I think she was saying that's how you know Andrea's calculating. You see what I mean? Wait, I'll show you. Okay, pay attention to the gremlin fingers. She's doing bang bang bang. Like I know Andrea so well. That's what she's doing. In her head she's saying it. There it is. There it is. Look at those little fingers moving. Okay, she stopped calculating. Oh? Are we gonna see any more lines? No? No, now she's thinking more general strategy. Okay, she stopped. She stopped. She does this when I play her as well. She calculates with her finger because she's not allowed to say bang, bang, bang out loud, so she just taps the bangs instead. It's very funny. Does she get a title if she wins a tournament? No. But she wins ELO and she wins $6,000, so not bad. Gremlin finger cam to know if she's commentating. Well, her opponent doesn't know. I know because she's my sister. Because I saw her doing her finger, I bet she's thinking about B5. C takes, A takes, knight takes, and maybe she's trying to see if this is worth it. Honestly, we could look. I don't think Andrea's gonna play this. C takes, A takes, knight takes. Again, the computer's not gonna like it, but this is not about what the computer likes. Queen B6. What I like about this is that it gives you a very straightforward plan, and then you're gonna want to bring your rooks, and you're trying to win one of the pawns back. It almost looks like a Benoni. Not a Benoni, sorry, a Benko, which you sacrifice one of your queenside pawns early on so that you get space. Whoa! Okay, she found the move. She found queen A5. That was a very important move to find. Nice job, Gremlin. Oh, for sure, Vila. We were saying queen A5 is the best move, but that she could potentially be calculating B5. Queen A5, best move here. She found it. Feels good. Her opponent cannot stop B5. What her opponent can do is just continue on with his plan. Her opponent is not going to castle queenside anymore, I imagine, because now Andrea's really going to open up the file. If he castles queenside, that would be a fun game to watch for Andrea. I think her opponent might just switch and castle kingside, but then his knight is awkwardly placed on H3. I guess he can go to F2, but he's not going to get the G4 plan. What else? He could just wait and put his knight to F2 and continue development, but then Andrea gets B5. This is hilariously different from the Levy commentating style. I believe it. We're pretty different. What about A4? So A4 doesn't work. You still have B5. Maybe not right away. Apparently B5 right away is a bad move. Because C takes B5, C takes B5. Oh, knight takes B5. And then the queens are being traded off. So actually, you cannot take right away. Because you're not going to get the knight back. Bishop takes. Queen takes. Rook takes. Bishop takes. And you're just in a worse endgame. Okay, so let's go back. So you're actually, after A4, you can't even push B5 right away. But what you can do, now that white has this dark squared hole in her pawn structure, you could put your queen on B4. Maybe prepare B5 later on. But also, queen is pretty annoying here. It can't be kicked out. It also has an escape square, so you don't have to worry about that. You're putting pressure on C4 as well. How is white gonna defend? Can't push B3 right away. Oh, interesting. So here, white would have to trade queens. Oh, I think her opponent played A4. He did play A4. Okay, good. So we're looking at the current line. A4 makes sense. It's a very intuitive move from her opponent. Queen B5, putting pressure on C4 is a good way for Andrea to continue. Let's hope she doesn't push B5, because as we saw, that is not good. If Queen B4, then he has to move his knight and try to trade queens. And, you know, hey, last time Andrea traded her queens and I was commentating, she won. So, you know, we're going to stay superstitious. Queen A4, Queen B4 was the idea Hammers files on King's Indian that he and Andrea discussed on stream, so you're confident she'll find it. Well, Vila, that is some good intel. So apparently Andrea looked at this with her coach, and she knows the Queen B4 idea. So let's see if she sees it here. Oh, this water is good. Okay. No need for a glass. I mean, I could get a glass. I was just too lazy to get a glass. He looks like he's playing a safe game, waiting for Andrea. No, I mean, they're still very early on in the opening here. Aw, Sabina's looking at us, chat. Aw, we're famous. She knows us. It's your own home and your own water. Exactly, exactly. Okay. So, Queen B4 is what we expect Andrea to play. If Queen B4, let's say he just moves his knight away. Knight D1, Knight B1. I honestly don't know which move is the best. So let's just say we put the horsey back. And then what is Andrea supposed to do? She's not supposed to take the queen, because that just helps bring white's pieces back into play. A5 is an interesting idea, because if queen takes, then you take with the A pawn, and you're putting some pressure on A4. And black can't just protect with the pawn, because there's probably some kind of issues on this diagonal. So I think here, white actually can't take the queen. Which is interesting. So let's say he just continues re-maneuvering his knight. What would black's plan be here? I mean, her queen is very active. The bishop wants to put pressure towards b2 at some point, so you'd probably start trying to move your knights off. You can't take because queen takes and bishop takes. So this pawn isn't actually free. You can't take on c4. I'll play it out just in case. So here, queen takes b4. If you take back, then you grab the knight, and you lost the knight. So, not ideal. Although, apparently... Oh, you didn't lose a knight. Oh. I miscalculated, did I? No, you did lose a knight. Sorry. No, yeah. White has 4 pieces. I looked at the computer eval for a second. I was like, what's going on here? We got 4 pieces. He has 3. Apparently you get some compensation with moves like knight h7 and moves like b5. It's crazy that white is up a piece here and it's more like 0.58 for white. Honestly, this is fascinating. I'm just kind of curious why the computer thinks this is good. Okay, not good. b5, bishop e2, b takes a4. Alright, so you get 2 pawns for a piece. I still wouldn't play this as black. Still wouldn't play this as black. Oh yeah, definitely not something a human would do. That's Is chess easier to play online or IRL? It's just very different. It's a different experience. Neither easier or harder. It just depends on who you're playing. Is Andrea more comfortable playing when she can talk? That's a funny question. No, I think she actually plays better when she can focus. Guys, he's staring at us. He's doing the technique. He's watching from Andrea's perspective. Levy was wrong. Both Andrea and him are doing it. Although maybe he's just lurking. Will she play rook b8 here? Rook b8 doesn't make sense. You actually want your rook on a8 in case there's any kinds of openings. You want it to be putting pressure either on the rook or on the pawn. So the rook is good where it is. If she wanted to make a quiet move, she could just castle. But Andrea knows the queen before idea, so we want to see it. Oh look, there's a man taking photos of Andrea. I think he's an arbiter. Oh yeah, look at him. He's going back behind. He yoinked the photo and he went back. Now he's just got to tweet it and get some engagement, you know? He's in chat. If you are in chat, say hello. Not that I would know. He better tag her, yes. Leave me hanging on the night, so wake me up before you go. Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on the line, so. Everybody keeps saying this is the longest they've seen Andrea not talk for. It's very funny to see people react to Andrea when she's actually sitting and playing versus just Andrea's regular chaos. They're new frogs, yes. Let's check in on how Sabina's doing. Alright, so this is where we left off. She played Queen D6, which is supporting E5. It's also holding Bishop A3, which maybe, I don't think it was a good move anyway. And also good to move your queens to later connect the rooks. Knight BD2, okay. So looking towards E4. And now she plays E5, so she got her move in. If knight E4, knight takes, pawn takes, and then Sabina has a passed pawn, so that doesn't look good. A very common plan in the Benoni is to put your knight to G5 and then put it onto E4 when you have more supporters. You do want to get a knight in E4, but you want to prepare it a little bit more. Oh, chat, I might need a coffee. Knight G5 looks like the killer move here. Yeah, no, not Knight G5 is a good move here. Let's go back to Andrea's position. Sabina's is hard to play. Who else do we know who's playing? Let's see. Oh, Nemo. Nemo's playing an IM. Let's look at her game. E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6, okay. Playing the Roy Lopez. I don't know if G6 is normal here. I'm sure it is. Queen C1. That's a weird looking move. Is this theory? Apparently not. Apparently Queen C1 is not what you usually see here. You usually see Rook E1. So Nemo plays an interesting move. I mean, it is annoying. She's trying to get the bishop to H6. To which her opponent pushes her off. She retreats. G5. So now Nemo might be dealing with a kingside attack here later on. Rook E1 now. Okay. I'm going to get to the current position. I mean, I'm curious if G4 comes in and if her opponent just continues attacking. Knight H5, like the King's Indian, you want to clear up the F pawn at the F pawn to come at some point, or get your knight into F4. I don't know if I love this, but it's still pretty early. Anonymous Nick, I like that you know it. You don't want to move H3, Steve. Because this is called making a hook. So you actually give your opponent, like if Nemo had played H3 here, then you give them G4, which kind of helps pry the position open. Or maybe not even right away, but later on. No, the computer likes G4 too. Yeah, okay. The computer likes G4. But it makes you open the position more. Because now you have to get rid of one of your kingside pawns, and the knight comes in. And not right away, but the queen is looking towards H4 as well. Anyway, the TLDR is you don't want to move your kingside pawns, and you don't want to make it easier usually for your opponent to trade them off. Bar says black is winning. No, Bar doesn't say black is winning. Black says... Oh, Bar says black has an advantage. Alright, we got the Bar Andes in chat here. Andrea's is deep in thought here. Back to Andrea. We can go back to Andrea, but there isn't a new move. But yes, we can go back. Here she is. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab a coffee. I'm gonna grab some caffeine. Oh, she made a move. Okay, I'll grab caffeine after. Hey Vila, you said you were confident she'd play queen before. I mean, this is an okay move too. This is also very solid. Okay, so Andrea is attacking the bishop, and she is moving a piece off of this diagonal, so her bishop's becoming even more powerful. Not a bad move. What does her opponent want to do here? Does he want to leave the bishop or not? If Andrea takes and her opponent takes, then at least she has the bishop pair, so that feels pretty good. Bishop h6 is definitely the most annoying move because, like I said, even if it's the engine's not the engine's top choice, as a human, I always find bishop h6 annoying because I feel like they're trying to trade off my best piece. But apparently here you could just take, queen takes, and then play queen b4, which puts pressure on both of these. That being said, it's terrifying because there's a move like queen g7. Is queen g7 not a scary thing here? Oh no, you just castle. Okay, you castle and you protect everything. Okay, fair enough. Well, if Andrea saw this, then I'm pretty impressed. Wait, let's see what our opponent did. He didn't do this. Okay, let me refresh. She's gonna stand behind him? Good. Okay, he played bishop e3. That makes sense. Didn't we just listen to this? I think we did just listen to this. We listened to Billie Jean. Oh, we listened to Beat It? Sorry, chat. It's over. We lost the song. Okay. Alright, back to this position. So, bishop e3. Is this going to change what Andrea wants to do? 1 second. I don't think it's refreshed properly. Oh, Andrea played queen b4. Oh, nice. You guys, she played queen b4. She found the move. Okay, cool. So Andrea's putting pressure on c4. So the easiest way for Jean to defend is to move his knight. Why is that defending? Because he's putting pressure on the queen, and there's that crazy line we looked at where if you take here, queen takes, c takes, bishop takes, and white just wins a piece. Okay, in this position it is completely winning. In the other one, Andrea would have some counterplay, but if the knight moves, she can't win this pawn. But she can cement her queen in on the square with a move like a5. And now, because her knight's on h7, she is closer to putting pressure on b2. So I like this position a lot for Andrea. Okay, I don't like that I have to refresh it every single time. Other than moving the knight, the computer somehow seems fine with castling as well. I think castling feels weird. But I guess there's a reason why you can't take c4 after castling, so let's lean on the computer for this one. Why can't I take on c4? Oh, the computer just gives you the pawn and plays knight f2. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so he's not going to castle then. The computer just thinks that that's an option. Just giving away the pawn. I think any human will see that he can't defend and he'll try to trade queen, so I expect a knight move. Can anyone link this? Yes. Here you go. I linked it. If I go, there will be trouble. The queen almost looks trapped. It looks trapped, but it's not trapped. So you could put it back to b4 after. But her opponent made the human move and he moved his knight back, so that makes sense. So a5 is the best move here. Let's do a prediction if you guys think Andrea's gonna see it. Chat, do you think Andrea is going to play a5? Do you have faith in your gremlin to find the best move? Okay, we're going to do a prediction. No, chat, don't type your answer. Guys, is this your first time in Twitch chat? We're going to do a prediction. You don't have to put it in the chat. Come on. I like the energy, but wait for the prediction. Chat is like, I'm just going to type it out here. Don't yell at me, Mom. Okay, I'm sorry. First day of the internet. Exactly. Okay, chat. Alright. We're putting it in. We're putting it in the prediction. Is this Toto? This is Toto. Okay, will Andrea play a5? So a5 is the best move here. It's not the only move she can play. It's just, if she doesn't do that, she doesn't want to take back with the C pawn. That's not a good pawn structure. She wants to take it back with the A pawn so that she opens up and creates a semi-open file, which you guys should have learned that from yesterday. I mean, she could take back with the C pawn, it's just not as good. But she could also take back with the C pawn. She could also move the queen back, but that's really passive. So I feel like she should see it. Alright, chat. I am gonna get some coffee, and I'll be right back. It's just a quick little bathroom break. Bathroom break because I drank water and just grabbing some coffee. Alright, chat, I got coffee and it looks delicious. Have we had a move from Andrea? It looks like she pushed a5. Nice job. Nice job. Okay. I'm drinking it out of a jar, which makes it taste better. I've found my favorite coffee combination. It is stocks. Has anybody had stocks in the chat? Stocks, not too sweet, with lactose-free milk. Amazing. It's actually incredible. No, Andrea's playing great. Andrea's gonna... I need to get back into chess. She's gonna surpass me with this. Zach, thank you for the Prime. Yo soy el... I'm not gonna read it because it's probably a bad word. Thank you for the Prime. And Chicky Nuggies for the 2 months. Thank you. That name reminds me of my last bird. Her name was Nuggy. Stonks? No. Stock. Like S-T-O-K. Stock's black with vanilla creamer. Okay, you know it too. Good. Yeah, it was a green bird. When's your next tournament? Well, if Andrea has a really good performance and gets over 2,000, then I guess I need to play soon because I don't want her to surpass my USCF. My USCF rating is the one she's closest to, and it makes me very uncomfortable. Of all the ratings, online, Blitz, Bullet, Canadian, FIDE, her USCF is closest to mine, and we can't let that happen. What is my USCF rating? Hang on, I'm afraid. Alexander Botez USCF rating. Oh god. 2062 apparently. Apparently it's 2062. Okay. Well, she's not gonna catch up right away, but I need to be careful. Yo, train wrecks. Thank you for the 25 months. I don't even know who Gabe Newell is. How are you doing, Train? Thank you so much. And CJ Stulls, thank you for the 10 months. Wait, do you guys know who he is? Alright, I'm looking up Gabe Newell. I feel like I'm not in on the joke. Oh wow, he does... Is she playing Gabe Newell? He's the president of Valve. Yeah, no, he actually looks like him. He actually looks like him. Hang on, I'll bring it up. This guy. Oh gosh, he left. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. I'm just gonna put Gabe in his seat in the meantime so Andrea doesn't feel lonely. There we go. There we go. Oh, sorry. I forgot chat was there. We'll bring it back when he's here. Have you ever used Steam before? Yes. I'm a gamer. Have I ever played in this tournament? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And that's where I'm gonna leave that question. We don't need to go any deeper into it. Andrea's gonna gain a lot of FIDE here. The banana phones. Yes, the banana phones. No, it's just... I don't want to be at a tournament where banana phones are allowed. It just ruins the respect I have for chess, okay? And I also don't want to be the person who calls the arbiter on the banana phones. It's a lose-lose situation. I'm not playing again. Why are you making fun of the guy? I'm not making fun of the guy. He looks like a successful tech guy. What are you talking about? Lookalikes is not making fun of people. Oh. Oh my god! That lurk! That lurk! Oh, did you catch that, chat? It was real quick. It was real quick. Okay, he played Rook A2. Let's talk about the moves a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, before we get in trouble. Rook A2. Why is Rook A2 a good move? Oh, because he wants to protect the B2 pawn in the future. Crazy enough, Rook A2 was the top computer move. Let's just for a second say he had castled. And this is a really good way to try to think, why did my opponent do that? Put another move that looks really normal and check what the issue with that move is. So let's say he had castled here. Apparently, knight takes c4 does actually work here. Queen takes b4, a takes b4, bishop takes c4. How is this winning? Okay, but this is insane. How is this even okay for black? You know what? I don't know if I believe this computer anymore. Bishop e2. Oh, you win 3 pawns. This is insane. For what it's worth, chat, I am using the computer. I didn't calculate any of this, but I still think it's insane. And then you put your bishop back. Oh, and then you're gonna have 3 passed pawns versus a bishop. Okay. The fact that he saw rook a2, so that's why the computer says to play rook a2, because of that variation. Has the man played this before, or is he a supercomputer? That's impressive. That's impressive. Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend I'm seeing all of those moves. He invented Steam. I mean, pretty cool. No, he's obviously not cheating, chat. He's obviously not cheating, but that's... He must have seen this before. He's been playing since the 70s. Or that's what Vila said. Me pulling that out randomly seems like a funny comment, but Vila had said that he had played a game in the 70s. So that's what I was trying to say. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, so he's probably seen it before. Andrea sees it all, obviously. Well, I hope so. You guys, Andrea's time management is a little bit concerning. You know, she's down 20 minutes over her opponent, and this is a really slow opening. The hard thing about being rusty or not having played in real life for a while is your tactics get a little bit less sharp, so it's okay if you have time because you can sit and calculate, but once you get in time pressure, if you're rusty, it really shows. So I just hope that's not something we're going to see here. Yeah. How much time left? She has 44 minutes, but she gets another 40 minutes. Sorry. How much does she get? Yeah, she gets another 30 minutes at move 40, sorry. How many moves are we in? We're in 15. Yeah. Yeah, she gets another 30. Why can't she just take the pawn? She can't take the pawn because of the variation we looked at earlier, so Andrea would lose her piece. I'll just show it to you guys. This was a very important move, and rook a2 actually protects Andrea taking the pawn, which is probably what she's calculating. So bishop takes. What you see here is that the queen is defending the knight, so you eliminate the defender of the knight. So we take the queen. Logically, you take with the a pawn because you want to have some pressure over here. Now that the queens are gone, the knight is no longer protected, so white can take. In the previous variation, the rook was on a1, so Andrea could have gobbled up a juicer, which would have been nice compensation. Bring the bishop back and then try to win this one as well. But in this variation, it's not as good. And also, even if Andrea plays b5, now her rook is protected by the bishop. So a takes b5 actually works and you can't take. So this move actually defends both b2, the bishop taking on b2 and against b5. Very powerful move. Very powerful move. Yes. Hey, Z Nation, good to see you. Alex, you forget she could come in for the tickle. I mean, look. You're never in a situation where you wish you could come in for the tickle. The tickle is something you do when you have to. You know what I mean? You don't just get tickle cravings. Sometimes you just think, well, what else can I do? Okay. A little bit. A little bit. So it's a little bit. It's a little bit true. Thank you, Jokerino. Let me refresh. Okay, she castled. Yeah, castling makes a lot of sense. She couldn't take the pawn. She's just improving the position of her pieces. She's playing really well so far. I'm really proud of Andrea so far. Wait, this is the song that kick-started Courtney Cox's career? Tell me more. How? I didn't know. Courtney Cox was Monica from Friends, right? You feel like you're in a 90s movie? You are. This game was actually played 30 years ago, you guys. Andrea's a soccer mom now. She was in the music video. No. Oh, that's so cool. I had no idea. Okay, chat. Who is more likely to turn into a soccer mom? Me or Andrea? And don't just say me because I'm older. Okay, imagine we were both the same age. No, don't just say... You're saying me because I'm older. Yeah, it's not... I don't think chat is being objective about this. Why am I... Andrea likes sports. No, what's up, Sapnap? You guys, we have Sapnap in chat, and he doesn't like it when he doesn't get attention. So make sure you say hi at Sapnap so he feels at home. Okay, Sapnap. You're gonna take a deep breath. You're gonna take a deep breath. Yeah, so c4 looks like it's a winning pawn, but queen takes, pawn takes, and then you lose the knight. Alex is the type of mom that would make her kid come back to the car to say I love you. First of all, if my kid... It's not my kid if they leave the car without saying I love you. That would never happen to begin with. If that situation never happens, then there's no need to bring the kid back to the car. Like, Jesus. Not my kid. I feel like Alex would care more about academics than sports for her kids. Whoa, he took. Interesting. I honestly didn't expect him to take. I guess now... Oh, he can also push b3 now. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so he just solidified the position. Well, beautiful. We have a nice closed position. It's going to be a very interesting game. Alex is a soccer mom with a hidden flask. No. No. I don't think so. Maybe. Chat is making me reflect and realize things even if I didn't know they were true. I don't want to be one of those moms whose favorite activity is drinking wine, you know? Because that just says a lot about the fact that you maybe don't enjoy your day-to-day life as much if that's your favorite activity. You know? No, I definitely want kids, Tribes. For a while, I thought I didn't. And now I still don't want kids right now, but I feel like I'm really going to want kids in my early 30s. So I have time. I have time since I'm like 23. No, I don't have a child, Aristotle. I have 8,000 children. Yeah, Andrea is my child. We're watching my child right now. Okay. Okay, back to the position. So, this is not the most enjoyable position to play from either side, honestly. We have all the pawns on the board, but the queens have been traded off. So we're going to try to see who's going to open up the position first. Andrea could try for things like b5 or e6 or f5. I'm not saying any of these are good, by the way. I'm just saying these are the kinds of moves that she should be considering. Her opponent can think about things like f4, g4. Those are really the only pawn pushes here. What else? Andrea has a very powerful bishop, which is nice. Her opponent has a bad bishop, whereas Andrea doesn't have a bad bishop. So Andrea has a stronger bishop pair here. Her knight on h7 is out of play, but I mean, you know, so are his pieces. So Andrea has a slight advantage just because her pieces are better placed. But it's gonna be hard to try to push for something here. Rook fb8, b5 looks like a good threat. Rook fb8 and b5. Yeah, she could go for that. So let's say rook fb8. I like it, John. That's a very human-like threat. So let's say that he... I don't know. I don't know what he would do here. Let's say he just moves his king. You're not gonna castle. I'm just gonna make any move here for white and see if we could push b5 here. So if b5, c takes, bishop takes. He can't take because of the bishop. Bishop takes, rook takes. And then the question here is, have we improved our position at all? And what I don't like is that we traded off white's bad bishop for Andrea's good bishop. It's not bad, but I don't know if it's improved. That being said, at least now we have some ideas of eventually pushing c4. So it does give you some more play, which is nice. And Andrea's not going to always have the opportunity to push b5 because at some point the rook is going to be defended and white will be able to recapture. So this is an idea. This is an idea. And at some point, you know, you just need to find a plan. Andrea's now 25 minutes slower on the clock, so that does make me nervous. Bye, kidnapping Santa Claus. Have a good one. You're a bit worried about the time. Yeah, me too. Me too, Dirk, yeah. Are you currently looking for a YouTube thumbnail editor? Look, if you want to edit our thumbnails, look at our YouTube channel and send me 3 thumbnails you would have improved and the title. Email it, and if it's good, then maybe you got a job. Okay. Back to the position. What happens if she runs out of time? She loses. It's over. It's GG. Dunzo. Yeah. So, we don't want her to lose on time. We don't want it. We don't want it. Her timing is almost half of her opponent's. Okay, guys, let's stop focusing on her clock here. You know, at least she has a good position. You know what the computer is suggesting here? It's not a human move, but I'm just going to point it out because I think it's educational. The computer really likes bishop takes h3. And, you know, one thing as you're starting... This is only for newer players. So we know that the knight and the bishop, they have the same point value. But knights are better in close positions. So actually trading off your bishop and keeping the knight pair is not a bad strategic play here. Okay, Andrea goes for f5. She's trying to open up the position. Oh, Sapnap suggested that? Well, nice job, Sapnap. I don't know if you're still here, but that's a good suggestion. I also don't know if Sapnap thought about it strategically or he was just like, I see peace, I take peace. Just kidding, don't worry. Okay. So, f5. I love modern talking. The music is a bit too loud. Whatever. No, I'm okay. I appreciate it. I turned it down. Thank you. Is this okay? Are we good now? You're going pro? Good job. Good job. Okay. All right, we're leaving it. We're leaving it. We're leaving it. Okay. So, Andrea is pushing f5. As always, you can take or you can stay. E takes f5 helps brings Andrea's bishop into play a little bit more. Doesn't really change the dynamics that much. What it does do for white is it creates this square that he didn't have before that he could try to move his knight into. You're always trying to think of how you could improve the position of your pieces, and that's one. That being said, if the knight gets here, it doesn't really cause any trouble for Andrea. Okay. Taking is one option. It doesn't look terrible for either side. What else? He can keep the tension here. He can just bring his knight to d2 and try to defend, but that could transpose into the same line. He can bring the other knight in. Could he push on f4? Does f4 work? Probably not. f4 looks like a really bad move because then you get knight g4. So you don't want to move this f-pawn. He can also just castle. Do we have any threats? If he just sits, like let's just say he makes any sitting move. Like he's castling, he's moving the knights, he can't move his king to f there because it would be pinned. What would Andrea's move be? Maybe taking, and then knight g4. Potentially interesting. Yes, Andrea is 1933. Yeah, I mean, Andrea beat a similarly rated opponent earlier, so we know that she can win. She's on a roll, and he's afraid of her. I know it. Andrea's 2 out of 2, you guys. She has a perfect score. Hammer is commentating tomorrow morning and Sunday morning. So if you guys miss Hammer, tune in tomorrow and Sunday. Man, this coffee is amazing. There's different schedules for different sections. So some people started playing earlier than Andrea did. But sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. He's putting his hands in despair. I don't think it's despair. She's playing in the under 2100 section. She did win last match. Tomorrow the game is gonna be, it should be at noon, but let me just double check to make sure we have the right time. Tomorrow is, oh, at 10 a.m. Sorry. Tomorrow it's at 10 a.m. Yeah. Okay. She's drinking stock coffee. I am. It is good. We'll be able to edit a montage of her win? Yes. Aw, Wido TV, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's a good time for Europeans. Exactly. Exactly. Does anybody have the standings for Andrea? Okay, so let's start playing some of his options. So E takes, bishop takes, knight d2. It's the only piece that he hasn't developed other than castling. And what kind of plans would Andrea go for here? She can still go for b5 or e6. These are the only pawn breaks she's going to be able to do. Now that the bishop is on f5, b5 is not going to work. So probably she would just have to go for a move like e6 if she wants to create any more play. And the idea would be to like slowly keep... you can't even keep trading the pawns. It's a very slow position. Okay, so I guess what you're trying to do is just create an open file anywhere. Because if you trade off pawns, then at least you create play on the open file. You don't want to sit still. That's not going to help. White is just going to improve the position of the pieces. You can also move your rook to e8 first and then try to go for this so that you're already on the open file. That seems like a pretty straightforward plan and really the only place you can get an open file. She should improve her position before opening her file. Well, it's hard for her to improve her position. I mean, yes, the other option is something like knight f6 because... And all of Andrea's pieces, well, other than bringing the rook to e8, all of her pieces, other than her knight, are on ideal squares. But where would the ideal square for the h7 knight be? And you can't really get it to c3. You can't get it to d4. If you put it on f6, you're blocking your own bishop. So maybe she needs to be a little bit patient. Do you upload VODs? We keep the VODs on this channel, yeah. Let's see what Yippee Man said. Did you say anything else? Andrea's playing a really good tournament so far. Black is better. I mean, it's a hard position. Let's look at it from White's point of view too. So from White's point of view, this is a bad bishop. The d3 square feels a little bit uncomfortable, but on looking further, it doesn't feel that bad. I want to get my knights to e4. These guys feel like they need to get repositioned at some point. I need to do something with my king, maybe castling and then bringing the rook out. It's hard to find a plan here as White. Honestly, it's fine. This is the kind of position where it's you're reacting to what your opponent does, where they try to open, and you just slowly try to improve the position of your pieces. Okay, we have a move. What move do we have? Knight d2. Okay, so it's similar to what we expected. So Andrea can take. She can bring her rook to e8. She could maybe even push d6. Although I do like waiting and playing rook a8 first. Can she do anything else? No, those seem to be like the options. You don't want to play knight to f6 because it's going to block your bishop and you don't have anywhere to go after. Moving the king doesn't really help. Although if she takes the pawn, she might feel like she's helping him get his knight into the center, which is true. She might want to save the knight f6 move for when the knight is on e4. That makes more sense. Although, I guess she could play knight f6 right now so that if she takes, she doesn't let her opponent take with her knight. That does feel tricky. Knight f6 does feel like it could be tricky. And then White takes and then Bishop takes. I guess the thing is that then White just doesn't put her knight on e4 and Andrea moved her knight to f6. I think that's probably what you do as White. You probably just take the pawn here. Yeah, the computer is okay with e takes f5 or knight g5. And if e takes, bishop takes, and I'm guessing you just don't put your knight here. Yep. So you don't put your knight here, and instead it likes a move like knight f4. So improving the position of White's pieces. You don't have any direct attacks, but you're putting pressure on g6, on e6. You got your knight off the side of the board. You're making it harder to go for e6, which is really the best breakthrough Black has in this position. These are really cramped positions. What about rook fb8? Yeah, so we looked at rook fb8 earlier. And the only thing is that you'd end up trading your light squared bishops for White's light squared bishop, which right now is behind, you know, a little wall of pawns. But it is the other potential breakthrough. You know, she might decide that that breakthrough gives her better chances even if she trades off. That was the biggest takeaway I saw from that line. Was the opening a same-ish? It wasn't a same-ish. He pushed f3 later on in the game. Z Nation. Andrea's doing great. She's not she's not running out of time yet. She has 35 minutes. It's okay, but yeah, the way she's playing, it looks like she's gonna get in time pressure. It is looking like that. All openings are same-ish to you. That's a good one, Turtle. Clever. Well, Canon, apparently some players don't like it when you switch positions. I don't think you definitely don't have to do it. I like doing it when I'm commentating, because I think for newer players, it actually is helpful to look at the plans from your opponent's perspective. Chocolate milk? No, just coffee. I didn't watch all of her game earlier today, but you guys tell me, was she in time pressure? Have I ever tried Kona coffee? Is that the protein one? Yeah, okay, so she was in time pressure. She was in time pressure. Hey, Mapriel, good to see you. Well, hopefully she doesn't get in time pressure again, but you know what? It's better for her to think and be comfortable with her position and deal with the pressure later. than trying to blitz it out. Okay, I see Andrea just took a breath. She is clearly thinking very hard here. I see the fumes coming from her brain. She's the only one at the table. She's all alone. Let's check in on how her neighbor is doing. Her neighbor has traded off all of pieces. Sabina is 200 points lower rated than her opponent, by the way. So, a draw is not bad for her. What's going on here? We have equal material, although we have a backwards pawn here, but we also have an isolated pawn here. It's nowhere near over. But it is a very level game so far. Let's check on Nemo. We'll come back because Andrea made a move. Alright. Andrea played knight f6. Yeah, I mean, we understand why she played this. Makes a lot of sense. She's trying to put more pressure on e4. I'm glad she's making moves. Her neighbor is wearing gorgeous pink pants. I think they're black pants. Have there been any boa constructor settings, you mean? Honestly, I feel like we're watching two snakes play, and they're both slowly squeezing each other, because this is the kind of position that's just so slow. So slow. Chat is colorblind. I don't think you can confuse pink and black, you guys. Why is Andrea thinking? Well, when you're low on time, you want to be thinking on your opponent's clock as well. So she's like 5 minutes almost lower than her opponent. So she wants to use her opponent's time. It's a very good skill to have. Oh wait, was Andrea saying boa conductor during commentary? That's really funny. Is that what happened? No, that's hilarious. The boa conductor. Oh, he does have pink shorts. You're right. I'm wrong. Those are some strong shorts. Lads, don't be afraid to wear shorts. When the weather is hot, you deserve it. Although, it's pretty cold in there, so I don't know. Guys of the chat, so like 95% of you, would you wear pink shorts? No, yes. Yes. Actually, I feel like some people would. Thank you, Kules. Appreciate it. Sure. Sure. I am now. I don't think you are now, but that would be funny. With the right shirt. I have pink jeans. Okay, good. We got the support for the pink shorts. You just joined. Who's winning? The pink shorts are winning. No, it's an even position so far. Okay, some strong opinions here. Draw is good, no? I mean, draw is totally fine. She's black and she's playing a higher rated. She just has to keep making good moves. I'm curious where we're going to transition to from here. Okay, I need to go to the bathroom again because I'm drinking so much coffee and water. I'll be right back. Opa. Alright, I'm back. I am back. Alright. He played knight g5. Makes sense. Slow positions like this improve the position of your pieces. f4 or g5, both of those seem okay. And you can't kick the knight out of here, so it's an outpost, which means no pawn can attack it. It's very cozy for the knight. It doesn't have any attacks, but it just keeps the tension. And on top of that, it brings an extra defender to e4 to help reposition one of his ponies in the center if Andrea takes. And if Andrea doesn't take, then the question is, what kinds of moves does she do? Maybe something like rook a e8? Is knight e6 something we need to be careful about? Probably not, because if there's a pawn here, it's likely that white would lose it. Is she covering her eyes? Yes, she's going full turtle mode. We've lost Andrea. She's just becoming the hoodie, you know? I mean, if you spend that much money on a hoodie, you might as well live in it, so I don't disagree. Aw, Tokus, I'm happy to hear it. Thank you. Gremlin turtle, exactly. Exactly. She is thinking so hard. Well, she should. She should. So, I mean this is what I mean, that these positions are really slow. So let's say she plays rook a e8, because it's just a nice waiting move. Oh, she made a move. Okay, never mind. She made a weird looking move. But maybe it works. Did she play bishop h6? Oh. Okay. Initially, it feels weird because her bishop is this is her good bishop. f5 for now is a pawn on the same color of squares as her bishop. Her bishop on g7 was pretty potent. So I don't know if I would want to trade it for the knight, but it seems like she would. I guess what she's trying to do is create a pin so that if f takes e4, the knight cannot recapture back. So that's actually kind of a nice sneaky idea. I respect it. I respect it. That's a cute idea, because let's say it was her turn to move. I'm just making a move to show you her plan. Then she can take on e4, right? And if the knight takes, she can take, and white cannot recapture back because the bishop on e3 is pinned, so instead he must take with the f-pawn. And this is good because Andrea wanted a pawn on e4, not the knight, because it's a much better square for the knight. And then she could reposition her bishop back to g7. It did its deed at some point, not right away. And then she has an open file. So you need to get an open file to create some plans. She can try doubling up her rooks. Not a bad idea. Okay, that being said, her opponent is not going to make a waiting move here. Is the green hoodie one of your guys' as well? No. It looks very drawish. It doesn't look drawish. This is something that Grandmaster Robert Hess always explains very well. When a position is close to 0 in computer analysis, or even when it's in an endgame and there's not a lot of pieces, people tend to think that that means it's drawish. There's a lot of complexities in this position. It honestly it can also mean that it's very hard to figure out a plan on either side, but it's not drawish because you still have to think of moves. It's not like a king versus king where there's nothing you can do. There's a lot of stuff you could do here, but it's also really hard to find things and really hard to beat your opponent. Ugh. Whoa. Why are all the lights turning off and on? Damn it, is it the ghosts again? Sorry, I think I caught an eyelash in my eye. Give me a second. Oh, it hurts. Oh, sorry, this looks weird from your point of view. Just give me a second. Alright. Oh, okay. Alright. Ugh, it still hurts. I think there's fuzz in it. Oh, thank you, 5N, for the biddies. It still hurts. Ow. That's okay. Back to the chess. Okay, so let's say your opponent wants to make moves. What could he do? King F2 is one idea because it defends the bishop, but you can't do that because things are going to open up here. Okay, so is there any way to defend the bishop? You can with the knight, but then it goes away from defending e4, so Andrea still gets her plan. Anything else sneaky you can do? He could be annoying. Oh, he could play bishop f4. Okay. That is an interesting idea because he's trying to kind of ruin Andrea's pawn structure a little bit. But it doesn't seem that crazy. And Andrea also has moves like knight f7. So what else can he do? He could take. He can take so that Andrea isn't taking. I think I like this. This seems like the most simple move for him, just taking on f5. And then bishop takes f5, and he's not going to get knight e4 right away, but he still has it like a square in the future for his knight. But it is uncomfortable, because now he has to deal with this pin. I like that Andrea found a tricky move, a tricky line. One that is making her opponent think Andrea's turtling really hard right now. Oh, I forgot what turtling means. I don't think she's turtling, but she's becoming a turtle, so I will use the proper verbiage. Yeah, I'm sorry. Turtling, for those of you who don't know, is when you've been holding your poop and you can't anymore and a little bit is starting to peek out. So just think of the poop peeking out of the butt like a little turtle with its head. That's what turtling means, in case you didn't know. So. I'm teaching you new words. You're welcome. You made that up. No, I didn't. Search up turtling. Turtling meaning. What does turtling mean in slang? The breaching of a person's bowel movements. The name comes from the similar movement of a turtle poking his head out of his shell. Yeah, joke's on you, buddy. I didn't make this up. Yep. Yep. For the love of God, don't search a chat. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. Wow, so wise. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's been slang for decades, exactly. If your friend says they're turtling, you gotta get them to the bathroom real quick. Okay? We've all had that friend with the look of despair in their eyes and the words, "I'm turtling," coming out. And that's when you know it's serious. Is this a 2-hour game, potentially? I mean, we're 2 hours in already, so it's probably gonna be another 2 hours, yeah. Don't search on Google Images! That's on you! That's on you. You're supposed to search regular Google. You're supposed to look at the words, not the photos. Anyway, let's go back. Nice move by Andrea. She found a very sneaky idea. I'll show you guys the computer line as well, why the computer likes this for white. So the computer likes bishop f4, which I don't really understand. Okay, and it seems like the computer changes his mind after you play it, which is good. So what happens if you play knight knight here? Why is this not just good for black? I guess you can't really take the knight, though. I guess you're kind of cramping up your pieces a little bit. You don't want to retreat. You do want to keep your knight here. And I don't think it's bad to have this trade. Even if you get double pawns, you get the bishop pair. And you could probably trade it off later on. So what kind of ideas do you go for? Oh, I like knight h7. Knight h7 to try to trade off the knight. These two knights are kind of getting in the way of things, and the knight on f6 wasn't doing anything. And that way, when you take pawn takes or bishop takes, you could just put your bishop back on g7. It's a weird looking line. I don't think it's really... I mean, it might be a human move because you're putting pressure on and getting double pawns, but I'm not sure. She's making him eat up a lot of time. Well, that's good. That's good because she's been at a disadvantage. Thank you, Jadecito. Is this the same tournament as yesterday? No. She's playing a completely new tournament. We like to keep the content fresh on BotezLive. No tournament 2 days in a row. No, no, no. That's just lazy. Yes, she is playing the same tournament, and I'm sure it was an innocent question because it's not obvious, but this tournament takes like 4 days. This tournament takes like 4 days. To me, 1500, it looks easier to play for black. Would you agree? Yeah, I think it's a little bit easier to play for black. Because at least... Yeah, no, I honestly, I think the position is hard to play on both sides. So I might be saying it's easier to play for black because we've been looking at it for a while. But I feel like black's pawn breaks are a little bit more obvious and black's pieces are a little bit better placed. How are we feeling? I mean, so far I think Andrea's playing well, Hammer. Why are you awake? Hammer, why are you awake? What is the rating? It's on the screen, sweet Hammer. But I will tell it for you because you're a VIP. His rating is 2097. Why are you awake? Guys, we have Hammer in here. Even though he should be asleep. Where'd he go? Did we scare him off? Who is Hammer? Hammer is our coach. You randomly wake up during the night. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it. At least have the brightness on your screen lower. Uh-oh, Andrea's yawning. Uh-oh. Can somebody get the gremlin a coffee? Papa Botez, can we get someone to get Andrea some caffeine? Thank you, Tokas. Appreciate it. Probably because of the Arctic summer. I imagine that doesn't help. You guys, Hammer can wake up in the middle of the night and still play better chess than all of us combined, so it's good to have him in the chat. I like to see Andrea's opponent running her clock down. That's good. That feels comfortable. Is it a lucky hoodie or does it come like that? It does come like that. This is a very popular hoodie. Minx has a purple one. It suits her very well. Good morning. Good morning. Does Hammer know what turtling is? That's a great question, Jan. You should at him and ask. In fact, I think we should all at Hammer and ask him the important questions. Although he might not come back. He is doing commentary tomorrow, so maybe that's not what we want to do. Hammer is an amazing commentator. He definitely is. Andrea's opponent should be more sleepy. Why? D. Nandas. Because he's older than her. We need medieval music again. You know, I don't disagree. Scuba Steve 21, thank you so much. Dad, it's your break now? Oh, that's good. It's good that you have a little bit of a break. Is Andrea gonna make it to NM? I mean, if she really wants to, I'm sure she could. Sure, we could both make NM. Could be our little series, Journey to NM. You're right, Crazy Coffee Man. It is confusing. Yeah, yeah. Andrea's rating, Andrea's time disadvantage is getting a lot better. She found a very sneaky move. He's not sure what to do. What's the logo on his hat? The B. I don't know any sports teams, so. Jean-Pierre is such a cool name. Boston Red Sox? Oh. See, I don't even know what game that is. If I would guess, I'd say baseball. Thank you, Zach. Is it baseball? Alright, I feel pretty good. That's correct. Okay, good, good. Correct, old lady? What do you mean, old lady? Jesus. Watch your mouth. Watch it. Okay, let's tune back in, see how the position next door is doing. Where were we? Okay, we saw all of this. Sabina is bringing her knights in the center. She put her knight on a nice outpost over here. And now it's her turn to move. Does she want to trade and get the bishop pair off? Or does she want to go for other things? I'm not sure. What I like about Sabina's position is that her opponent hasn't developed his pieces yet. So if there's any way she can make it really hard for him to develop, that would be advantageous. But she's down a lot of time. She's down 30 minutes. The Romanian girls have... Oh, hello, Kat. How did you get in here? Who let you in, buddy? Did you miss me? Oh, yeah, he's licking his balls. That's good, too. Actually, I guess he doesn't have balls. Sag. He's licking his ghost balls, where they used to be. Thank you, Rodrang. Yeah, no, that's a little bit sad. He's just sitting. Maybe he can make himself useful and catch the mice, but I have a feeling he won't. Okay. One sec. I'm gonna make sure he gets out because I don't want him to get lost in here. Where'd you go, buddy? How'd you even get in here? Hey, no. God damn it. Come back. Come back, little guy. Chat, we caught the rascal. We caught him. Oh, man. Okay. All right, look, the thing is, I'm worried that there's still mouse traps in here, and I don't want him accidentally stepping on them, so it freaks me out. And I'm not sure if there are any mouse traps, but if they are, they're not the brightest cats, you know? They're very cute, but they're not the brightest. Okay, we caught him. All right, good. Clocks are off. Well, yes, because we're on the wrong game. Here, we're back. We're back. Okay. He's still thinking. That's good. That's good. I need to get turtling meaning out of my browser history. That feels... That feels maybe like I wouldn't want to put in, you know? Can we see Nemo's game? Yes. No, it is a little bit suspicious. It is a little suspicious, I admit. Okay. So, we're looking at Nemo's game. Let's just look... I'm gonna not look at the computer eval right away. Because I want to try to understand it from a human perspective. So, even material on the board. She is, however, playing against a bishop pair. She has a slightly worse pawn structure. So her opponent has some advantage here. Giving it the value of a pawn feels like a lot. I think she might be able to hold something like this, but it is hard if black opens up the position. If black opens up the position, it's going to look better for the bishop pair. Look, it's Papa Botez. Papa Botez in the back, ladies and gentlemen. Which game is on screen? Nemo's. Sorry, we're looking at Nemo's game right now. Andrea's game, he's still thinking. Aww. There's Papa. He's checking on how Andrea's doing. It would always make me so nervous. I think he only glanced for a second. I think he doesn't want to get nervous looking at Andrea's game, so he's just lurking from the distance. We know he's trying to watch how she's doing. And he's gone. Is your dad good at chess too? Our dad's about 1800 at his best, but our dad was a really good teacher. So that was nice. 1800 was his best rating. But he'd probably be like 15 or 1600. Have we seen A League of Their Own? No, I haven't. What is it about? Is your mother good at chess? My mom doesn't like chess. My mom doesn't like chess. You guys, Andrea's almost good on the clock. Oh, yoink. She's getting more water. Good for her. Anyway, back to Nemo's position. So we're looking at Nemo's position right now. She's at least doing okay on the clock. She's also playing somebody higher rated. She's playing an international master. 2400. Nemo's 2200. International masters are really good at squeezing the slightest advantage. But she does have chances to defend. A draw feels like a good result for Nemo here. I don't think it's lost. I think it's just going to be hard to defend, and she still has some chances. Time is even. Yeah, time is even. Curious if there's anyone else you guys know who's playing. Maybe not. Andrea's opponent is really thinking for a long time. Andrea looks very focused. She's not yawning anymore. That's good. If we see another yawn from Andrea, we're going to call in the emergency squad. We're going to call in somebody to bring her a coffee if I see another yawn from her. Board switch? Yes. I mean, again, guys, we've been sitting at this for like 20 minutes, so we can still come back here. We can still come back here if you want, but we just haven't seen a change. So that's okay. Did Andrea get into a fight with a raptor or something? What's with the shirt? You know, my dad used to make the same jokes. Whenever he'd see a guy with one earring when I was a kid, he'd always be like, "Oh, you couldn't afford the other one. Let me help you. I give you money." And I'm like, oh, like, he's always making those jokes. But his execution was always pretty good. Like my dad was such a savage, and I was just so used to it all the time. Oh yeah, Papa Botez. My dad can't not talk to people. I've never seen someone more extroverted than my dad in my life. He just likes people. And because he likes it when people talk to him and when people are friendly to him, so he does it to everyone. He talks to everyone. It's very funny. You know, oh, we have a move. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a move. E takes f5. This is actually what I expected. Bishop f4 was not a human move. E takes f5 just gets rid of some of the tension. It makes a lot of sense. And you guys, the guests who are staying are live. The Chess Bras, Amon and Eric, they are staying in the Envy house. And they're live on their channel, so now you know who our guests are. They're gonna be here for 2 nights. It equalized the position? Well, it didn't equalize the position, because Bishop f4 wasn't really a human move. I don't think this is really changing much. How much time do they start with? They start with an hour and a half. And they get an extra 30 seconds per move. Will they commentate too? No, they're just live from the second floor. Maybe you guys can convince them to use our little basketball court in the back because nobody uses it. I think it'd be really fun if we peer pressured them to use the faulty basketball. If everybody just really wants to see it, because all of the balls are deflated, and only one of the hoops works. Draw game. No! Stop saying draw game, you guys. Don't confuse draws for complicated positions. Almost all of the pieces... There's been 2 pieces traded. Get out of here telling me it's a draw. I find this offensive. I find this offensive. Okay. Anyway. It's a slow game, though. I admit it's a slow game, but we're happy because Andrea's no longer at a time disadvantage. The thing is, humans are really bad at not doing anything. Humans need to do something in chess, and maybe in life as well. So even when positions like this are level, somebody is going to try to break the position open. Somebody's going to try to do something. And there will be chances. I'm telling you. I'm calling it now. I'm calling you now. Nonsense. Okay, chat, I'm not talking about you. Like, maybe you're incredible at doing nothing, okay? But I mean, in a game, you're not just gonna sit and do nothing. Alright. Alright. Guys, if you can help me peer pressure the bras into playing some basketball, I put the link. I think it would be fun. Hang on, this is the wrong one. We'll have a little cam on them. Just try to see. Our new game could be trying to guilt them on into just playing basketball. I think if everybody's really keen, maybe you could peer pressure him. You guys see that? You guys see those hoops in the back? By the way, I've known Amon since he was like 8 years old. Probably. That's pretty crazy. A lot of Canadian chess players. But those hoops in the back, they don't work. So let's see if we can peer pressure him on into playing. I see some people saying basketball. We need a lot more peer pressure, though. Okay, let me go back to our stream. Chess players know how to basketball? Not really, Baldasaur. Oh, you need to follow for 10? Oh, that's a scam. That's a scam. Peer pressure is bad. Okay, people are pressuring him to play. People are pressuring him to play basketball. They're saying play basketball or riot. Okay, we want basketball. That's good. That's good. Let's see if you get him. Let's see if you guys win. Let's see if you somehow peer pressure him into basketball. Does ChessPro being around make some chance at degen speed chess bets? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe. Maybe. I don't see them playing basketball though. I haven't been a degen for a really long time, to be honest. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to the game and figure out what's happening here. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. So, he played knight f1, which, oh, that's not what we were expecting. Although, I guess he couldn't put his knight here. Why does the computer like this for Andrea so much? The computer likes it for Andrea because of b5. Really? Oh my god, that is a nice move, you guys. Yeah, she does have b5. Hammer is awake. Hello, Hammer. It's good to see you. Alright, chat. Let's get a prediction. Mods, can you put if Andrea finds b5? If Andrea finds b5, she's incredible. So b5, you can't take with the a pawn, because you lose the rook. And if you take with the c pawn, then there's this pawn over here. And at least it creates some play. For all of you who are saying draw, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. Yeah, knight takes d5. I mean, it's creating some chances. Maybe the knight's going to come into c3. That looks like a very strong square for the knight. White has, you know, the pawn on b3. That's going to be a target. 2 passed pawns, but you can't really do anything with it. I don't know. I'm excited. I hope Andrea finds it. I hope Andrea finds it. You don't think she's going to do it? Well, I don't like that you don't believe. I don't like that you don't believe in young Andrea. I think we have to manifest it. All right, everybody. I want you to imagine seeing Andrea push b5, okay? Just close your eyes. Picture the little gremlin hand moving up, the little turtle pose, and her pushing b5. Just see it. Rub your temple. Yeah, whatever it takes. We want to see b5 here. I believe. Not fair to use group mental powers. Whoa, you guys. I think that man felt our mental powers. It wasn't directed towards him, but he's looking at us. He knows. He knows. That's cheating. Yeah, is using group powers. Wait, she just put her hands at her temple, guys. I'm telling you. I don't know. Group think it. I can't tell which side of the board she's looking at. Are we going to see b5? Are we going to see b5? Use your sister mental powers. I mean, the thing is, it's really hard to find plans here, right? Because what else are you going to do? Are you going to move your bishop back? You're not going to move your bishop back. Are you going to move your knights? I don't think so. They look good. Are you going to move your bishops? No, they look pretty happy. Your king, yeah, good chance. What, are you going to play it to g7? I mean, maybe, because it protects your bishop, but it doesn't seem that good. So there's not that many moves Andrea can find. e6 loses a pawn, so this is actually the only pawn move. So there is a chance she sees it. Knight e6 feels like a threat. Oh, you think she would be afraid of knight e6 here? I mean, even if she's afraid of knight e6, she can't defend against it. But I do understand why that looks annoying. That does look like an annoying move for sure. And maybe white will lose it later, but not right away. Is it bad form to wait for your opponent to get up and then quickly move? Yeah, you're allowed to move whenever. Aww. Rook a5. So close, yet so far. Sag. Well, sorry. Maybe she's trying to prepare, but that doesn't actually help prepare it, sadly. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It is a hard move to see. It is a hard move to see. What is she trying to do with the rook move? That's a good question, Flying Dog. Well, I imagine she is trying to prepare b5 at some point. maybe bringing her rooks over to A8 and thinking that this is where she's going to open. She could try trading off the bishop with some kind of bishop or knight into E3. Basically, imagine that she somehow traded this bishop and her rook was on A8, then she can make moves like B5 takes and take with the rook. So she's probably trying to prepare it. And there's not a lot of moves here, so I understand why she's going for that. Well, Zurus, congratulations with the free points. Okay, her opponent played very quickly, knight G3. Can we play bishop D3? Does that work? So she's attacking Andrea's bishop. Oh, she played bishop D7. Well, now she's threatening B5. It's just rook A5 felt unnecessary. But it's, oh, look, it's Nemo. Is Nemo wearing the same hoodie? I wonder if Nemo's superstitious. The hoodie looks good on her. Well, yeah, now she's clearly preparing for B5. Did she win yesterday? She did. Andrea's 2 out of 2. How is Nemo doing? Waywar, thank you so much for the two gifts. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Is that Romanian woman grandmaster next to her? Yes, it's Sabina Foyshore. She's played for the U.S. women's team. She is Romanian American. She is super, super nice. Her entire family is very nice. There are also 2 Romanian sisters who play chess. They're just better at chess than we are, but that's okay because we make videos on the internet, so. Yeah. You are her mod, but forgot her name. That's embarrassing, Chess Lions. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? You can't mod and forget their name. Then what are you doing? It's okay. You're an old man. It's okay. It's okay, Chess Lions. We forgive you, but that's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Now he is turtling, dude. Turtling is my favorite verb for today. It's just so funny. Okay. So Andrea now has B5, and I'm sure she sees it here. I wonder if knight E6 is annoying here. Something to look at. F4, pushing the knight out. Another thing that is annoying. What else could be really annoying for Andrea? Oh, never mind. She can't. Knight E6, you just take the bishop, so you can't do that. So he can't move his knight. Oh, he made a move. He played rook C2. Okay, so he wanted to defend against B5. But she can still play B5 and take on D5. It's like everybody, the universe wants B5. Chat wants it. I want it. Andrea doesn't know it yet, but she wants it. Maybe she'll see it now. Because she's clearly looking at B5 ideas. A takes, and then we take on D5. And now our rook is worsely placed. It's worse placed than it was before because it's on A5. It's not doing much. It'd rather be on A8, but it's still okay. Still okay. Yeah, so let's look at it. B5. Oh, apparently this is losing. Well, I guess I made a mistake. I thought this was a good move. Okay, my bad. I lied. Nobody wants... Oh. Never mind, the computer's just getting annoyed. The computer is freaking me out and telling me it's not good. Stop it, Stockfish. Make up your mind. You're a computer. You're not allowed to be so wishy-washy. That's our job. Okay, knight takes D5. If bishop here, you just take... He can take with the other pawn. Oh, ha 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 ha. Chat, I'm just checking you. He can't take with the other pawn. And this doesn't work because you block. I knew that. You knew that. So I guess there's no more B5. Sag. I guess there is A takes B5. Sag. Although it still looks interesting. Sag. Because you have rook A3. Sag. I wanted it to work. I wanted it to work. I wanted it to work. I've just been so excited about Andrea maybe getting that move in. I think the engine hasn't thought deeply enough, and I think that's why it's suggesting b5. Although, b5 is interesting because maybe you have ideas like rook a3. But then you have rook b2. No, you don't have rook b2 because... Oh, okay, I just want to look at this. What happens after rook a3? I guess the knight is defending, so it doesn't even matter if you get this check. So I guess you play rook b2. And black maybe just doesn't have any tricks left. You could double your rooks. At least you get some play, but it's not worth sacrificing a pawn. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, no, it doesn't work. What can Andrea go for instead? I mean, it doesn't make sense to bring her rook over. Rook a5 was not a great move. Art BTTQ, thank you so much. Andrea's hoodie wasn't a fight, you guys. I don't think you guys know how dangerous these chess tournaments are. Or the kind of craziness that happens. Okay, Minx is on the Chess Bra stream, and I never thought I would see that mix. Although, honestly, if Minx played chess, she would be a chess bra. I actually think Minx could outdrink the bras. Honestly, I think Minx could outdrink the bras, and I think she could probably also beat either of them up. So, it would be very interesting. It would be very interesting. Yeah. Of course she can. She's... No, it's very funny. It's very funny. I'm not listening to what they're saying, but that is... It's all hilarious. And why is everybody asking about turtling in the chess bra chat? I just see one guy in the chess bra chat say, "Ever tried turtling?" Question mark. No. Wait, okay, we're gonna lurk in for a second. It's just I've never seen this Oh my god. She's a natural. I know she would. I know she would. I'm so confused. That's funny. Okay. Okay, yeah. Minx and the bras. Like, honestly, I see them getting along. Okay. Let's go come back to the position. Yeah, the bras are visiting. The bras are visiting. Okay. So, Andrea's still thinking. She has 20 minutes. Oh! There we go. We have a move from young Andrea. The computer does not like her move. I think she's just not sure what to do. I think she's not sure what to do. So, I think she might be trying to control the e6 square with a move like knight c7. I'm trying to guess what she's trying to do because I don't see what else she would do. Maybe knight g7 and knight f5. That's also a potential idea. Yeah, knight g7 maybe, although her bishop looks a little awkward, but I think it's okay for now. Getting her knight on f5, not the worst thing in the world. It's not a bad reroute, so I understand her idea. Minx is trying to convince the bras to go out drinking. That's actually very funny. No, I mean, the bras and Minx, like, they both drink alcohol like water. Seriously. Okay. Okay, so king d2. Alright, let's see her continue with her idea then. Knight g7. Does that free the f3 pawn to push? The computer liked pushing f4, but I'm guessing it was some kind of weird tactical line. A human wouldn't, because then you get your knight to g4. So again, that's why the evaluation dropped a lot. But I didn't think it was something that would actually be considered. King d2 is funky. Did white have 96? Yeah, king d2 I thought was weird, but it's honestly a very human move to play. It's the endgame. You're getting king towards the center. You're protecting the bishop on d3 so that you can move your knight. It makes sense. It makes sense. He's also getting low on the clock, so he's making things, you know, go a little bit faster. Now, can't you talk to your opponent except to say draw? Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to talk to your opponent. Oh my god, Minx is dancing on the bra stream. What is going on? We got, oh, what are we? Minx the background dancer. She fits right in. Meanwhile, in the Botez house. It's okay. Another day, another Botez house adventure. That is a huge bottle. Okay, I just need to go to the bathroom again because look how much water I've drank today. And I also drank 2 water bottles. I've been drinking a lot of water to stay healthy. It feels good. Reminder in case you guys haven't drank water. Okay, I need to pee and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I went to the pee-pee room. I feel like a human again. Oh, whoa, Andrea put her knight on c7 instead of g7. Oh, okay. That's okay. Sorry, I just I was hoping for G7 because I feel like it would give her some better chances, but C7 is okay as well. C7 is okay as well. C7 is better move. I don't know about that because where is the knight gonna go? Maybe she's... Because even if she's trying to go for E6, it felt like options. Maybe knight... Okay, maybe knight G7 she was afraid of knight E6, but you take with check and then you take, so that's not sure. I'm not sure. But okay, this is fine. Is she going for E6? I think that must be her plan then. E6. And I like that plan because she's also putting pressure on D5. You know what? As long as Andrea has a plan, that's good. Because here she's getting under 20 minutes on the clock. So just generally knowing what to do in hard positions and having your moves sort of planned out will help a lot. Yeah, no, I mean, it must be E6. It must be E6. Do I have any updates on the Bras and Minx? I think Minx is bringing shots to the Bras. Okay, can we do a quick poll? Who do you think is better at drinking, the Bras or Minx? I would just like to do a quick poll. Wow. All right, it looks like Minx is winning. Who would win at drinking? I know Minx is Irish. No, I know she's Irish. But like the Bras, they train chess and they train drinking, you know? Those are their two hobbies. They also lived in Alberta for a really long time. Sorry, Calgary, and there's not that much to do there. Minx is my roommate who's Irish. The Bras are Canadian chess players who are visiting. All right, I like Andrea's plan here. So F4 is what the computer moves. I don't think it's a human move. I think the most natural move is bringing a knight to E4. Probably the knight from G3 because it's less developed. So let's put the knight on E4. Okay? Let's put the knight on E4. The issue with this move is that Andrea can't get E6 in because of D6. So this isn't great. This isn't great for Andrea's plan, I mean. Because here, how does she continue? She doesn't really want to take. Minx's blood can be used as okay, whoa, it's actually Minx is winning. Minx is winning. I'm gonna send a photo of this to the Bras. I wanna add insult to injury. Bum, bum, bum. Fuel to the fire, that's true. That's true. B5, she still can't play because of A takes B5. So that doesn't work. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what her best plan would be here. Her opponent hasn't moved this yet, but it feels like the most natural move. So what would she go for? Like what's a human idea here? Somebody's saying rook a6. Okay, you're saying rook a6 maybe because the computer says it, but I don't know what is your plan with it? I want human ideas. I want human ideas. Because rook a6 is a weird... Oh, wait. Rook a6 is a good one because of e6. You're right. You're wrong. You're wrong. That's not a bad idea. Rook a6 to defend the pawn and then to push. I like. That makes some sense to me. Bishop f5, absolutely a nice human idea. We're at least creating some tension. Bishop f5, not a bad idea. Rook a6, not a bad idea. You know, so there are some continuations. All right, so apparently Aw, Danny, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to wait to see what he does. In the meantime, let's check in on the chaos going on with our guests. They'll be like intermission. We just check on them when we want to have some entertainment. Amon just thinking about his chess game as chaos happens in the background. Look at him just chuckling to himself. I like that Minx just goes for it. That I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish commentary, and everybody in the house is gonna be on a different level. I think that's what's happening. I think that's what's happening. You know, I'm not gonna be suited for the festivities. Start drinking it, you guys. I have 2 drinks and I get a headache the next day. It's tough. I'm the glue. I'm the glue. I like being the glue. I think it's easier. Okay, her opponent is getting low. You guys, they're both gonna get into time pressure. They're both gonna get into time pressure because they're on move 24. There's gonna be... Oh my god. Alright, I am not reading some of this chat. Thank you, Sinbad. Appreciate you. Thank you. Why is Eric pouring ketchup for a month? Wait, are they eating my meals? I mean, I told them they could. Wait, are they eating my meals? Okay, I just hope they didn't take the one I wanted. Because you know when you have guests and you say that they can have food, but then like you kind of hope they won't. But then again, I eat all of their food, so it is fair. Why is... Yeah, no, it is. No, I'm just giving them a hard time. Honestly, I had too many and I wasn't going to eat them all. Because I started getting sick of the meal prep. So it's very okay. It's just, I don't like them ruining it with all the ketchup. They use too much ketchup. I know, Chesfu. I'm mostly teasing. Andrea up on the clock. Okay, and we have a move. Oh, interesting. So he found a different... Whoa. Whoa. The computer thinks they found a tactic. Look, the computer got me excited here, you guys. The computer likes bishop takes a4, so okay, people are getting excited. Relax, everyone. It's not gonna happen, okay? Andrea would have to play bishop takes a4. And then the computer changes its mind. The computer has been very confused about this plan all along. Bishop takes? Rook takes? Who would play this? This feels insane to me. Yeah, and then you play b5? Alright, no shot. Oh yeah, you would play it, chat? Okay. I don't even know if the computer likes it that much. Let's say you continue here, then what do you do? Apparently b5? C takes, knight takes d5? Alright, I mean, this is just madness. And then I'm just gonna play it out because I still don't understand how this is so good. And then you push c4, and you can't take because of what? Because you take... Are we not still down a piece? Okay, rook a2, and then you have to play here. Oh, and then rook a3 and you win a bishop back. Well, guys, I mean, this is obvious, right? This is easy. Easy money. Yeah, so let's go back into the position. Andrea's not a crazy lady. She's not taking on a4. If Andrea takes on a4, I will gift 100 subs to the chess bras. If Andrea takes on a4. If the universe gives you magic, you give it back to somebody else, okay? Anyway. Now, let's talk about if she plays something else, which makes more sense. So, bishop d3 is putting pressure on g6. Right now it's defended, but f4 is coming up. So what Andrea is thinking about is, what do I do about f4? So I think a more natural move would be something like king g7, defending your bishop and defending your pawn. That's a more normal move. This is kind of along the lines of what I would expect to see. Gonna lurk in chess bra chance. Look, you'll gift 100 subs as well. Okay, yeah, you guys. Yeah. Bishop takes a4. They're on move 25, so Andrea has to make another 15 moves in 15 minutes. Well, more than 15, but still. Why is he standing over her shoulder like that? He's. You know why. He's doing the Andrea technique where he's looking from her point of view. Model wrong. Thank you for the tier 1. Okay, she's taking the bishop. She's taking the bishop. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, Andrea's not sacrificing a piece of 15 minutes. No, I mean, even if she had an hour, no human plays bishop takes a4. No human. Okay, she traded off. She got rid of the tension. I respect that as well. She's getting low on the clock. She wants to be careful. I like bishop g7 and just putting your bishop back. Because it's very slow. I mean, actually, I still want to play e6. So what happens if we try to play e6 here? Okay, apparently we lose right away. Knight takes e6. Bishop takes, and knight takes f8 because you're attacking the bishop. Okay, yeah. So we can't push e6. So doing something, we could even take and push e6. Excuse me. No, I'm referring to Andrea as she. The bras called me a fake Canadian? Excuse me? Excuse me? I'm kicking him out, chat. That's it. That's it. Okay. Let's refresh. Alright, Andrea played bishop g7. Makes a lot of sense. And then she could play e6. She's bringing her bishop back. This is what I thought was a normal move here too. A good move. Weren't you born in Texas? Yes. Yes, I was. But I grew up in Canada. And I played chess there. Not very Canadian of them to point it out. That is true. Why is this clock moving? It's his turn. Andrea played bishop g7, which makes sense. e6 maybe at some point in the future, but regardless, her bishop wasn't doing anything on h6 anymore because it's no longer pinned. The king is protecting. So, slow positions like this improve the position of your pieces. The bishop is better placed on g7 than h6. She has to make fast moves. She has 14 minutes, so I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with that. I was born in Texas. I was. b5 is playable again? No, it's not. You just take with the ape. We've been over this. We all want b5 to happen, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Does black have bishop e5? Yeah, bishop e5 is a nice move. You're holding f4. You're putting pressure on the knight. I mean, it's also hard for white to figure out what to do here. White has improved the position of his pieces, though. He got rid of his light-colored bishop, which was behind a wall of pawns. His king is now active. His knights are now developed. So, since it started, white is the one who's made progress on his position, not Andrea. Also, the e7 pawn is a backwards pawn. And even if she trades it off, then the d pawn is going to be a backwards pawn. So those are things that are kind of annoying for Andrea, which are making me start to like his position better. That doesn't mean it's going to be decisive or anything like that. I just think it's going to be a bit more difficult for Andrea to play. She does have the bishop pair though, so you know, if pawns get traded, she'll have some chances. Andrea has the bishop pair. It's also always possible. Pregi, yeah, or Prage. How do you pronounce that emote? Knight e8 to reroute to the g4 square. I mean, yeah, if f4 comes in, you could definitely reroute your knight. I mean, f4 doesn't make sense anymore. Because the pawn on f4 will be a target, and it'll take a while to protect. So I don't think that's necessary. Prague. Who knows? We don't know. We don't know. I mean, a draw is not a bad result, you guys. A draw is not a bad result. What does Hammer think of the position? I hope to God that Hammer's asleep for his own sake. Insomnia is the worst. It's kind of cute, though, that Hammer's trying to sleep, but when Insomnia kicks, he sneaks a peek in to see how Andrea's doing. That's a good coach. That's a good coach. Hammer is good people, yes. Narcolepsy is worse. Yeah, that sounds scarier. Minx has narcolepsy as well. Okay, so her opponent is taking quite a bit of time here. How is she doing? I mean, she's played a good game so far. I think she's done a good job. I didn't love her rook a5 move. That was the one I thought was the least good. But pretty solidly. Yeah, for sure. Many times I'll be in a tournament, I'll like my opponent's position more. I wouldn't mind bishop e5. No, bishop e5 is a solid move. I like bishop e5 as well. But I guess bishop f2 or moving the knight to the center. Here's the hard thing about the position. You have 14 minutes and you can find moves that are good. Oh, I guess you're kind of trying to take and bishop here, but the knight goes back. But it's harder to find plans. I guess she doesn't necessarily need to find a plan. She just has to keep slowly improving and then just being reactive. That kind of works. Rook e1 for white. I like white trying to get the rooks on the semi-open file. The computer is confused again. The computer is suggesting b5, but I bet it doesn't like b5. I bet we play it and the computer changes its mind. I feel teased by b5 this entire game. It's not even gonna happen, so we don't have to think about it. But okay, let's see why the computer likes it now. Oh, the computer changed its mind, didn't it? Oh yeah, that's what I thought so, you lousy computer. Stop teasing me. Stop teasing me. I'm just gonna show you the line the computer likes because it's been smoking something, okay? Stockfish has been drinking with Minx and the bras. A takes b5. Our lovely computer likes knight takes d5. C takes... Oh, bishop takes b5. Okay, I mean, that's honestly a pretty sick move. And then the king comes to the center of the board and you take the rook. And then you take... And white's position is still slightly better. But... I don't know. This is a weird line. Anyway, Andrea's not going to play it, so let's actually focus on what she's going to play. This is not... No human plays into that. It's a little too crazy. No human plays on it with 13 minutes on the clock. You don't want to get into those kinds of complications. Okay, so easy moves. The reason why I like rook e2 is because, as we said, the biggest weakness in Andrea's position is the pawn on e7. It's a backwards pawn. Andrea really needs to do something about it. E6 doesn't work right away. Let's look into it. So e6, d takes. You can take with either. Let's say you take with the knight because you want to keep the bishop there. Knight takes, bishop takes. And here there feels like there should be something. I mean, we still have a backwards pawn on d6. Oh, the computer likes bishop takes c5. But if there's not bishop takes c5, then this is actually not so bad for Andrea. This seems like a little bit of an improvement because it's a little bit more open. But okay, let's see if bishop takes c5 just loses a pawn for Andrea. Then you take on c4. King takes. Rook takes. King takes b4. Oh man, I don't like that Andrea has to calculate this deeply with so little time. That's a crazy line. But that's why apparently e6 doesn't work, which is why I like rook e2, because he's continuing the pressure. So if Andrea wants to just play a quick move and not be in trouble, she could play rook e8 to just protect her pawn and support e6. Those are the kinds of moves you want to play when you're starting to get scared on the clock. Is there a chance she can win? Oh yeah, both sides have chances here. I get nervous, as I said earlier. I said this like 2 hours ago, but when you haven't played classical in a while, you don't want to get into time pressure because that's something where tactics and blunders are more likely to happen. But then again, we don't know about Jean-Pierre. You know, maybe he hasn't played a game in a while either. So, who knows? Andrea's massively underrated. That's what I like to see too. Bishop e5. Okay, nice, nice. Bishop e5. Also helping e7, placing her bishop on good squares. I like how she's playing. Respect, respect. Okay. So, he played very quickly. This is the most non-committal game. Again, you guys, I always talk about human moves and things like that. I talk about the computer moves when there's a crazy variation that's interesting. So, yes. And again, the computer says this is 0-0. That doesn't mean it's a draw. It just means it's really complicated and not even the computer knows how to evaluate it. And not even the computer can think of good plans here, okay? The fact that the computer is so desperate and keeps saying b5 just tells you how hard that is. In terms of what Andrea can do, she can always, you know, try moving her king. She can still play moves like rook e8, which I like a lot because it just overprotects things. She could try to just trade off pieces and simplify things like bishop f5, but I don't necessarily think that's good. Rook e8 seems safe. She has 10 minutes, not that much time. Oh, rook e8, rook takes e5? Really? I mean, and then rook e1. I don't. Again, people are definitely suggesting engine moves here, but I don't think it's as good as the engine says. Once again, it is an interesting line, though. It is an interesting line. At this point, you do play b5 because you need to open up the rooks. I think that's pretty uncomfortable to play with the white side of the pieces, though. So. What did she play? She hasn't played yet, you guys. She's thinking. Speaking of, what happened to the other game? Oh no. Sabina lost. That's sad. What about Nemo? Oh, Nemo's losing. Okay, that's sad. The ladies are not having the best. They're not having the best run of things so far, so. There were 2 moves? Oh my god, sorry, I missed them. Okay, so e6. Oh, Andrea finally went for it. D takes, knight takes. Okay. This is good. Like I said, you guys, he's not going to take on e5. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And I think this is an improvement for Andrea. She has the bishop pair. She's traded some things off. Her plans are gonna get easier. Maximus Prime, thank you so much for the 5 subs. I really appreciate it. Closer to time control. She only needs she has 10 more moves. 10 more moves. I am very proud of Andrea so far. 94 for white. I mean, white has a lot of okay moves. Yeah, 94, bringing in the rook. What else? Honestly, those are the two that come to mind. If Andrea can somehow break through with either d5 or b5, not right now, by the way. GTrev04, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. If she could break off any of this, then she'd have a good chance at winning the pawns. Again, not right now, but future plans. So she really could, like, slowly get her bishop out of this pin. Maybe move the other bishop, get the king to a good position. Oh, did we lose her? Oh, she's back. And then try to go for things like rook d8 and pushing, after b6 is in, protecting the pawn, bringing in the... Like, it's a lot of very slow moves. But she has time. She has time. So this is what I mean. She has more ideas now. Let's look at it from white's point of view too. And I don't want to hear anybody complaining about why do you have to look from the other perspective? Because we want to understand the position deeper and it's easier for commentary. Okay, so yeah, when you see from white's point of view, again, bishop pair, we know it's advantageous. This pawn, we see it as a weakness. In terms of plans we have, putting our knight on a better square to e4, bringing the rooks to the open file, maybe putting the knight on g5. Honestly, maybe something like g4 if the bishop wasn't there and trying to get some kind of kingside attack, because you actually do have enough pieces to get a kingside attack. But other than that, there's not, you know, there's nothing crazy to do here. Rook here, and honestly, maybe considering sacking and bringing your knight in for the tickle. But again, tickling is not winning, it's just annoying your opponent. So, yeah. Okay, let's flip it back. Is waiting on your opponent to make a move? Andrea's thinking here. It's a very important skill to think on your opponent's time when you're under time pressure. Andrea has 11 minutes left. Her opponent has 10, and they need to make another 10 moves. Neither of them is getting up here. This is the point of the game where if you need to go to the bathroom, you hold it. You hold it. If there's like 10% chance you're going to go on yourself, that's okay. You're so low on time. There is no time to do anything. That's how serious the time pressure is. If you are turtling, hold it. Exactly. Exactly. I thought she said tickle, not tinkle. That is true. Do you get kicked out? Yeah, probably. But little kids have definitely... little kids have the biggest issue with that because they don't know what to do. And I have heard of kids who have, you know, let it rip because they didn't want to lose the game. In my case, I ran to the bathroom and I lost the game. Which, I don't know if it was the right decision, to be honest. Winning was probably more important. Loafs! Thank you so much. Andrea saw deeply enough to know rook a5 would protect bishop takes c5. Yeah, that's probably how Andrea found this. I'm glad you like it, Kochi. Thank you so much. Oh no, Andrea left! Shit! Oh, she's back. Okay, see, she didn't go to the bathroom. She just got up for a second. It scares me. I don't want her losing her time when she's so low. Levy commented on her leaving when she's low on time. I mean, look, if you really have to go, you gotta go. If it's more distracting. But Andrea thinks that holding her P makes her smarter. So, you know, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing. Well, and it sounds weird, but she was listening to a Huberman podcast where if you have to go to the bathroom a little bit and you hold it, it makes you focus more intensely. She said it on stream before, guys. She said it on stream. That's how she's gonna get the soccer mom bladder, yeah. Okay. Andrea made a good move. Okay, wait, so her opponent, knight e4, I mean, we looked from his point of view. It makes sense, there's not a lot of good moves. Andrea is repositioning. Oh no, did she blunder? Uh-oh. Okay, so we can't take the knight here, because we just lose a pawn. Uh-oh, look at her face. She knows she made a mistake. Oh god, somebody just said she moved rook a5 to protect c5, and now it's not a thing. Okay, I think Andrea knows she made a mistake, but maybe it's not as bad. Oh god. This is what I said. This is what I warned you guys about. Time pressure when you're rusty. It's really scary. Okay. Okay. Knight takes d8. What else could she do here? Rook f. Oh, I think she just loses a pawn. I think she lost the pawn if her opponent sees it. Oh, this is sad. I mean, it's not that bad, and then you protect here. She still has chances, but I think she just blundered a pawn. Oh. Okay, well, maybe her opponent doesn't see it, but there's two versions. There's knight takes d6 and knight takes c5. It's not the end of the world. It's not good. It's not good. It's okay, sweet sister. I mean, he missed. He missed. The man missed. A kid would have taken that without thought. A kid and their sharp tactics would have been hungry for the pawn. But instead, he plays bishop g3. Okay, well, I hope Andrea understands that she just got saved here. Honestly, I'm even happy with her you don't really want to trade that one, though. But you kind of have to. You kind of have to. Bishop takes, knight takes, maybe... this pawn is just going to be a weakness, and if she trades off her bishop, she's slightly worse. Bishop f5, you take, and then you have a bad pawn structure, but at least you're pinning and you're opening the d file. Can she play rook here and take with check? Yeah, but then again, her pawn is going to be weak, so that's not great. What else can she try to do here? She can't move away because she's going to lose this pawn. I think trading is the most natural idea for her, even if it's not the best. Maybe knight takes and bring the king in, defend the bishop, activate your king a little bit. But then the knight comes back and it threatens this fork. This is actually still a hard move to play against. Rook d8. I mean, I don't mind rook d8, but again, you get the check, and then this pawn is under attack from the knight. I think it makes your pawn structure even worse. Yeah. Oh, did he just react? I missed if he reacted. I mean, the fact that he missed that is incredible. That's good for Andrea. I feel good. In my opinion, bishop g3 is a draw for sir. Bishop g3 and white has a better position. Bishop g3 and we're happy if Andrea gets a draw, because bishop g3, knight takes. We have a backwards pawn. White is about to double up the rooks on here. And this is a much harder endgame for us. Where do we put our bishop? It might be savable, and I'm sure Andrea could try to save it, but this is harder to play with the black side of the pieces. You don't want to play your bishop to f5 because then, you know, the rooks are coming on the 7th. Okay. Let's refresh. And they both have 8 minutes on the clock. I believe Eric is currently pouring liquor over the balcony to minx on the floor below. Things are off the rails. No, I mean, things are exactly what I expected them to be in the chess bra minx. Okay, we'll take a quick peek and then back to the game. Oh, it's just Amon jamming. Okay, yeah, no, it's just a mon jamming. I'm sure they have it under control. I'm sure it's under control. Our music is back? Okay, good. Okay. Andrea's still thinking. Oh, did she just take? Did she take? Did I miss this? Let me refresh. Okay, she took. Yeah, I mean, taking made the most sense. And now what is she gonna do? King F7 makes me nervous because of knight E4. But maybe it's okay. But knight E4 attacks the pawn and the G5 square. Rook A8 is an option. You can't play bishop F7 because the rook is coming in for the tickle. And it's a real tickle. Andrea's stressed. No, I'm stressed too. Who's looking at us? Who's looking at us, chat? I'm too focused on the game. Is somebody looking at us? Jean-Pierre? Oh no. Okay. So yeah, that's why you can't move the bishop. Rook AE8. Rook doubles up. Oh, I guess the knight can't take on d6 because of rook d8. I don't. This is much worse for black than the engine valuation. It's much harder to play. Could she try something like bishop d7, rook e7, bishop c6? But this pawn is still weak, and once you let the rooks, but then once you double up on the open file, it does not look good. Andrea's in trouble. Andrea's in trouble. She also has 6 minutes on the clock. B5. No, we can't play B5 here. We're gonna lose the bishop. We have to take care of the bishop here. I don't like how relaxed Jean-Pierre looks right now. He's leaning back. He seems okay. Come on, little gremlin. We need you to do something here. If the knight comes to e4, you'll put your bishop on f5. So I guess king f7, knight e4, bishop f5 is her best shot. If we see something like that and she can trade off, she has a chance. So this is the kind of... Andrea meeting knight e4 with bishop f5 is her best shot. Oh wait, Sabina's game isn't over yet. The computer says it's over. Okay, anyway, back to Andrea's game. She made a move. Oh, she moved her bishop. Oh, the d7 idea. I don't like the d7 idea because of rook d7. I much prefer the other idea, but again, maybe she'll be able to trade. This was an idea that seemed scary because of the doubling. White is better, but that doesn't mean Andrea can't hold. So hopefully we see her holding. Hopefully we see her holding. Okay. Her opponent played rook e7. Makes sense. You play it right away. Andrea should play bishop c6 right away. Unless there's another move that I'm missing, but I don't... Oh, no. The computer hates bishop c6. Andrea found the better move. Rook f7 is a better move. No, rook f7 apparently is okay. No, that makes a lot more sense. Now the rook is not going to be on e7. Okay, guys. Claps for Andrea. She found the better move. Maybe Andrea will be able to hold this. I'm proud of her. By Angel Thump. Andrea playing so well. Even though she has a really hard position. Here she just needs to bring backup. Either on d8 or on f8. Either is good. King f8, please. No, rook d8 is good. Rook d8 is good. I just want Andrea to get out of time pressure. Andrea needs to just last another 5 moves. If she lasts another 5 moves, we're good. Sending energy, yes. Yes. Only 5 moves left. I hope so. A draw would be... A draw is a good result because it was a really tough game. As long as we don't lose, we're happy. Jean-Pierre has the easier to play position here. He has the open file. His rooks are doubled. It's a close position. He has a knight. The pawn on d6 is backwards. But, you know, if Andrea can hold it, that's good. It is harder for Andrea to hold. But we believe. We believe she can hold. Do I ever feel people are rude when they react at my moves? No. No, I mean, I think people are not trying to be rude. I think people are just reacting. Jean-Pierre. He is sinking. She can't get a Norma this tournament because she's not playing enough titled people. Alright, he's making moves. That's a nice solid move. I think he's also not sure what to do here. Andrea can also make moves here. She can move her king to f8 to force a trade. She can play b6 to solidify her pawn structure. Both of those moves are okay, and now she doesn't have as many tricks. Andrea's holding on. I don't really have a reaction when people react to my move. If it's bad, I probably already knew it was bad, you know? She's winning half of the game. Yes, that's how draws work. You win half of the game. No, I would like a draw. I would be pleased with a draw, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder what Jean-Pierre has in that bag. No one will know the secrets of Jean. It looks like a very convenient backpack. Would rook f4 not work? Rook f4... I guess you just play rook e4. So you're not winning the pawn. Oh wow. Sweet kicks in the back. The man had bright yellow shorts and bright yellow shoes. You guys saw him, right? It wasn't just me. Okay. Andrea, under 5 minutes on the clock. I guess what she's probably considering is after these trades, the knight gets into the center. But again, she has bishop f5. Maybe she's also considering rook takes, and king here, and kicking the rook out of e7. Because if he goes to h7, she just goes back. So that's also a good move. If she trades off, it's better. Why is it better? Because both of these rooks are better positioned than both of her rooks. So even if she can trade one bad rook for one good rook, that's good. I actually, now that I thought of it, rook takes e7 looks like a good move too. The pawn endgame is definitely worse for Andrea, but having both the rooks is scarier than just one. Oh my god, Andrea made a move. King f8? Okay, we're happy with king f8 as well. So her opponent is either going to go back or he's going to take. If he takes, Andrea recaptures and it's easy. If he goes to e4, then Andrea needs to come up with a plan. Oh, he took. Okay, I'm surprised he took. If I were him and my opponent were in time pressure, I'd have played rook e4 and tried to keep the tension on. I think this makes Andrea's life a little bit easier. And hey, maybe she can get a d5 pawn push in later on. That would be cool. That would be cool. He's scared. He's happy with the draw. I would be surprised. I would be surprised. Okay. He's taking his time. What kinds of moves can you consider? Knight e4, bishop f5, we've been over that. Rook doesn't have a lot of good squares. E4, things like that don't make sense. His king is already pretty well positioned. So honestly, he doesn't have a lot of good moves here. Andrea is going to go for d5 at some point. So maybe Andrea might actually end up being okay here now that things were traded off and she got rid of the, you know, invader in her ranks. This music is not intense enough for what's going on. We need some boss music until they make time control. This is what we need. They both have 5 minutes around on the clock. They both have a perfect score in the tournament. The position might be equal in value, but anything could happen. If you think about it, it was equal in value even at the start of the game, and yet they still tried. What's going to change now that we're in the end game? There's imbalances. There's potential. Who will win? Alex will win. Yeah, plot twist, I win. Haha. The commentator always wins. Yeah, maybe we do need some blue man group. Okay, their time is even now. They are almost at time control. Another 3 moves left. But a lot could happen in 3 moves if Andrea gets some kind of pawn break in. Andrea needs positive energy. I swear to God, if they just draw right now, it's going to be so anticlimactic. Alex dancing off rhythm. It wouldn't be an Alex dance if I was on rhythm. I'd rather be on brand. Ba-boom. He's thinking because there's not a lot of good moves. Whoa, Rosen! Thank you so much for the raid of 305. Really appreciate it. I hope you had a great stream. We are here watching Andrea's games in Vegas. They are at move 38. They both have 4 minutes on the clock. They've been battling out. It's been a very closed game. It's worth FIDE and USCF. We're keeping the intense music until they make time control. Alright, what can Andrea go for? I like bishop e6 and d5, because you're also putting pressure on that base pawn. I feel like that gives some chances. That being said, now that the king moved away, the knight can come to e4, and there's no more bishop f5 threat. So if bishop e6, he can put his knight on e4, and Andrea can't push because she loses this. So maybe she wants a move like b6 to defend the pawn first. That could make sense. Can someone tell me who's winning? Only God can tell you that. Us mere mortals must just observe. Thank you, Sophitus, for the prime. She's not saying bang, bang, bang. I am worried. She's not tapping the little gremlin fingers. How do we know she's calculating if she doesn't have a metronome? Okay, she has 3 minutes on the clock, but she only has to make another 3 moves. She only needs another 3 moves. She glanced over at her clock. She understands the situation. She's trying to think, what is there to do here? Bishop e6 does seem scary with knight e4 because then you have to deal with g5. Check. I like b6. It's easy. She maybe is considering trading. She's probably considering if she wants to trade the rook. But then there's also knight e4, so it actually doesn't look good. Do I think I'd win this position? Could very much just be a draw. I don't think this is easy to win. But I don't think it's easy to win for either side. Ooh, Andrea's gonna go under 2 minutes, chat. Who moves on when it's a draw? You just continue, and it's your overall score from all of the games at the end that then gets put into overall rankings, and that's how you see who did the best. The comment section would win. I mean, chat is 3,000. You combine all the Pepes and we turn into one mega chess player. Alright, Andrea played b6. Good. Good, very nice soft move. I expect he's gonna come in with his pony. But he doesn't do it right away. He takes his time to think. Are we gonna see knight e4? He too is in time pressure. This is very intense. They've both been battling it out. They are keeping us on the edge of our seats. Okay. He makes the move that we expected him to make. It's loaded now. There we go. Knight g5 is coming in. It looks scarier than it is, though, because both of these squares are controlled. I really have to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to leave the game. Andrea plays bishop f5. Nice. Okay, she's going to make time control in the next move, so she's not going to flag. The music is inaudible. I don't think it's inaudible anymore. I think our hero is almost making it to the next level. She's gonna get her extra time. I will pee after. Oh, it's inaudible? Fine. Here you go. One move left for both of them. We're only allowed to go to the bathroom after she makes time control. Either we all pee or none of us pee. This is a group activity. Don't leave the pack. Okay, sorry. Apparently it was not inaudible. I just wanted to make sure everybody was awake. It's been a very long game, okay? I needed to test you guys. Hold the lines. Yes. Okay. He didn't... What did he move? He moved his knight back. Okay, maybe he wants to draw. I really gotta go to the bathroom, but Andrea has one more move. Richard BPK! Thank you for the 20 subs! Thank you! We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hold the line. I'm holding the line, Richard. Thank you for the support. Everyone turtle up. That really should not be the battle cry, but that's a hilarious battle cry. Okay, so if Andrea doesn't want to trade her bishop, she can move him back. Bishop c2 looks kind of juicy, but it'll just get kicked out, sadly. The computer likes d5. Even though she's going to get a bad pawn structure. But d5, I would wait until I have more time to decide for a move like d5. What about bishop c1? Oh, wait, what were you saying, Gerber? Bishop c... Okay, well, we can't play bishop c1. But I see what you're trying to say. Like, what if we move the bishop and then do d5? Oh, they drew. Wow. Really? I hyped them up for a draw? I gave a speech, Andrea. What do you mean a draw? Well, that's disappointing. Well, it's a draw, guys. but it was a good hold. It was a good hold. In all seriousness, I am happy. I am happy. I am happy. Andrea did a good job. Demon Stasis, thank you so much. 2.5 is a good score. She played somebody higher rated than her. She had the black pieces. And she got a draw. 2.5 out of 3 is a very strong result for the Gremlin. Also, after she blundered her pawn, the fact that she blundered a pawn and he didn't see it makes me... I thought Andrea was lost. For those of you who didn't see, her opponent missed it and she missed it too. But right here, her opponent could have taken the pawn. Bishop takes, rook takes, and he would have just been up a pawn. I think there was a better line here. There's like rook a d8. It makes it a little bit better because you bring your rook out, but she would have been down a pawn. So, a draw is good. We take those. We take those. Andrea never had any winning chances. Well, she did. She had b5 one time, but, you know, we don't need to expect that. We don't have to expect that. Pretty good. Pretty good. You peed your pants for a draw. It happens sometimes. Bombastic Stat, thank you so much. Half a point for a draw. So she's at 2.5 out of 3, which is pretty good. Should I unmute myself and cause chaos in the tournament hall? No, I don't want to disturb the players. You're proud of Andrea? No, she did well. She did well. I am proud of her. She's our chess gremlin. Thank you, Bombastic. Hello, hello, hello. I kind of like the lurking cam. Where we just lurk. It's a good time. How's Nemo doing? Does not look good. She's oh god. What's the gremlin doing? Okay, let's let her get out. We're gonna wait to talk to her, guys. So just give it a second. Don't talk to her on the floor like last time. I won't. Who's she walking with? Those are some nice carpets. Who is she walking with? Who is this? Who is this mystery red suit, brown shoes? It's a fancy person. Who this? This is a very elaborate carpet. I don't know when I'm allowed to say something. I'm gonna wait until she's out of the tournament hall. It feels like a very long walk. I feel like we've been marching for a long time.
Hello.
Oh god, I hear you. Am I allowed to say hi? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I have to give a quick autograph and then we can chat.
Oh my god, you're so cool.
I'm very cool.
You're giving an autograph? That's so cool, Andrea.
He's wearing a matching suit and I'm going to autograph a matching book as well.
Can you show chat?
Yeah, I'm showing chat. All right. I'm sorry. Oh, you're good.
Wait, why? He's very well dressed. Chat says Giga Chad. Drea. Oh wait, no, you're the Giga Chad. Sorry.
The average BotezLive viewer, right?
This is true. This is true. This is what BotezLive looks like.
Here? How's your tournament going? Oh, awesome.
Andrea's always so loud, and I can't turn it down on the computer because the system is weird. So I have to hold the earbud away from my ear to not just go deaf.
Thanks. All right. Honestly, I should have lost. I realized I blundered, and he could have won a pawn.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was terrifying. The draw. I'm very happy with the draw.
Oh, I'm gonna set this. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I felt so dumb because I
No, I saw your reaction when you noticed. The fact that you reacted and then he still didn't see it was really nice.
I know. It was like
we need to work on your poker skills.
I did not deserve to win that game. It was like I had calculated beforehand and I looked at my rook move, and then as soon as on the board, I literally was like, my soul dropped inside. I was like, I'm an idiot, but he didn't see it.
He didn't see it. That's all that matters, Andrea.
Yeah, I can't let it because towards the end when you're getting tired and stuff, I can't let myself slip again.
No,
But
I was
I'm
worried because
pretty
you were in time pressure. The game had gone long, and then the blunder came. I was like, oh god, but then you saved it.
yeah.
You
Luckily,
saved.
oh my god, I'm glad I didn't see it. But yeah, I'm happy with the draw. I mean, honestly, it was a really close game, and I was not prepared for the opening at all. But I feel like a draw was fair. So
A draw was fair. He was higher rated. You had the black side of the pieces. 2.5 out of 3 is an extremely strong start. We're very happy with it.
yeah. Hopefully, I can keep it up.
No. 2.5 out of 3 is very strong. Especially the fact that you should have lost this game. Like, you should be very happy.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't really deserve to win.
Your
I
only
would have-
chances, the only chances that you missed were you had some b5 opportunities at a moment where if you would have
I was
taken with a
looking
c
at
pawn,
it.
you could have taken on d5.
I was looking at it all the time, but I thought
That's when you
wanted to-
moved rook a5. That's when you could have pushed b5.
I could have just pushed right away.
Yeah, because a takes, you would have taken the rook. C takes, the pawn on d5 was not defended.
Wasn't the pawn defended by the bishop?
Yes, but you would have taken the pawn on d5.
I need to look it over. But yeah, I really wanted that idea to work. But nah. Yeah, it was kind of a boring game. Sorry, chat. This is chess.
No, I think chat enjoyed it. Right, chat?
I know it wasn't as exciting as the other ones because so much of it was just like drawing moves, but he played really solid. But
Chat had a good time. Chat had a good time
Good.
watching the gremlin play.
Okay. Well, what time is it? How long?
10:14.
10:14.
How are you feeling?
I'm tired. I'll eat a protein bar and go to bed. And
You're
wake
gonna
up
eat a protein
a
bar
week
for
of
dinner?
loss. Yes. Well, I had a very sad dinner. It was cold Protein House.
Are you still eating
yep.
Protein House every day?
I'm eating Protein House for all my meals every day.
Are you enjoying it?
Getting depressing. It's good, but there's no microwaves, and I have to pre-order ahead of time and save my lunch for after my game. So my lunch is always cold, and just Protein House doesn't really hit the same when it's cold.
I feel like Protein House already struggles. Mom
No,
said
it's good when it's. Huh?
Mom said to take Dad out because he's eating worse than you are.
He's
Have you talked to
fine.
Dad?
Yeah, I saw him the first day. Talked to him yesterday. He was gambling with the chess GMs last night. He was having fun.
Oh my god, yeah, I forgot to reply to his text because he sent it to me so late I was half asleep. It was like
Yeah.
Dad at the poker table, like guess who's winning, and it was not Dad, but it was his friend.
Yeah. I don't think he actually played, but I know he's really tired. We met up the first day, but he's always arbitering, so yeah. We could say hello, but I don't really. Well, I always see him and we make eye contact, but he's just arbitering.
You see him and you make eye contact. The
Yes.
father-daughter relationship everybody wishes they had.
Yes. Well, I can't say yeah, but I text him. But by the time he's done, I'm going to bed. So I hung out with Aman and Nemo last night.
Oh, did you guys have fun?
Oh, we didn't hang out very long because it was late. But
Well,
yeah, we caught
Andrea,
up with Aman.
Minx and the chess bras were getting along very well. I think Eric was pouring alcohol down 3 flights of stairs into Minx's mouth.
Wait, I thought she left to Ireland. She's still home?
No, she's home. I'm really concerned about the Minx bra combination.
Oh my god, was it on stream?
It just
That
feels
is
like they're gonna compound, you know?
they're perfect energy. I'm so sad I couldn't see that. Is there a clip of this, or were they just hanging
I don't
out?
know. My chat was just telling me this, so I'm not sure if it's true.
That is so funny. That is hilarious. You should join them.
I can't drink much anymore.
Wait, Eric is in LA. Oh, I think they left. Oh yeah, I think they came here for a day because they're coming back for one night this weekend, and we're doing streamer dinner.
You're doing
but I
a
guess
streamer dinner? That's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, well, how do you feel good? You have a good result.
Yeah, I'm just not proud of myself. I was really proud. I was amazed with myself my first 2 games. But I'm not so amazed with myself after this game.
But again, you should be happy with the result. You should feel good. You should
Because
have
I
that
got
nice
lucky.
cold protein. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
I
matter.
didn't deserve to win.
Your opponent didn't see it. You deserve the draw. I mean, yeah, it wasn't a win, but a draw is a good result.
I mean, yeah, it's a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still doing much better than I expected. I'm just worried I won't be able to keep up the momentum, but
Don't put yourself
Yeah.
down. You've honestly been playing really well, and this game was really hard. I mean, this was just a tough opening, and you were grinding the entire time, so it's not the kind of game that's easy to play. We're very happy with the draw.
Okay. Did you listen to Gotham's commentary this morning?
No, honestly, I didn't, because I was at the doctor, and then I had to wait an hour at the pharmacy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Okay. I'm gonna eat my protein bar.
But I do know that you got pretty lucky and you were in time pressure and that you ended up pulling it off.
I did not get lucky. I literally saw the winning moves one after another. What are you talking about?
No, you're right. You're right.
Good.
That's what happened.
And I forgot to tell chat when Levy was like, "Oh, I bet Andrea didn't see after rook c7 to play knight e7." And on stream, I was like, "Oh yeah," but then I remembered when I was analyzing my game that I did see it. So all the lines that Levy said I didn't see, I did see.
And you remembered this not after the game, but when you were analyzing?
Yes. And then it jaded me, and I just wanted to tell chat that I did see it, because chat was like, "No, Andrea sees it," and Levy was like, "No, she doesn't." And then I told Levy that I didn't, but I did.
Yeah, no, you're clearly in the right here.
I even messaged him and said, "I did see 97, but he didn't reply, so I don't think he cares." I just wanted everyone to know that, okay, I was really impressed with myself the first game this morning. The second, not so much, but I was proud of that game.
Good job, Andrea. We're proud of you. We're proud of you. How's the vlog coming along?
Oh, it's going. I'm excited to see it. It's going to be very chaotic. But Danny's doing a good job. She's getting me doing my chest base while I'm walking through the casino. She got Amon eating his giant pizza that they didn't cut. She got Dad sharing life stories at the meet and greet. So I think it'll be good.
That sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great time. Okay, I love you. Get some rest. Good job today. And we'll see you tomorrow. We're ready to get 3.5 out of 4.
2 more days. And I have to wake up early. Yay.
Who's that?
Danny.
Okay, good. Danny we're good with.
I just creepily stand around.
It was a random hand. I was a little confused, but Danny, we're good.
That's my personal masseuse.
Yeah. It's you know how in poker they have masseuses that can come massage you? Although recently a masseuse got banned because she was massaging someone's nipples at a poker tournament.
That's aggressive.
Yeah, it was aggressive. Yeah, anyway, Andrea, you have a 10 a.m. round tomorrow. You have a round in 12 hours. Go eat and go get sleep.
Okay.
All right. I love you. Bye, Andrea.
Bye, Alex.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Andrea. All right, you guys. That was a good ending. Chat, you were all good vibes. She didn't say it back. Yeah, look. See, if it was my child, she would have said it back. Should we call her? I'm gonna call her. You're right. I'm not. You're right. We're calling her back. Hang on. I'm calling Andrea. She's saying it back. That's not okay.
Hello?
Did you forget something?
No?
I said I love you.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. I swear, I didn't even hear you.
Well, you heard it now.
And Danny said she didn't hear it too.
You heard it
I
now.
I love you too.
Okay, bye, Andrea.
Okay, bye, love you.
Love you too. Okay, we're good. The audacity. You know, maybe I am the kind of woman that would make her kid come back to the car if they didn't say I love you. Somebody said it in chat earlier, and I think they were right. Alright, guys. Tomorrow, you're in for a treat because Hammer is going to be commentating the morning rounds. Let me double check so I'm not lying and getting your hopes up. Hammer is doing 10 a.m. commentary. Okay? I will be commentating in the evening. So, Hammer time tomorrow. Check in on Andrea's games. Gotham was great too. I'm so glad. It feels like we've had a good commentary squad. Too early for Alex. I'm going to be filming a video tomorrow morning, actually. I would tell you guys the title, but I don't want to spoil it There may be tattoos, there may be bets, there may be an X involved. That's all I'm gonna say. Filming the video. Originally, I wanted the punishment to be the loser has to take a bath in beans because we have a lot of beans, and the thought of Eric having to take a bath in beans was very funny to me. But I think tattoo is more clickbaity, so, you know, I just want to see Eric have to take a bath in beans. That's all I'm saying. You already take beans baths? I don't believe you. We avoided tattoos for so long. Yes, there was one night when we almost bet a neck tattoo. I don't care if Eric has any plans today, Cutie Jelly. Eric is gonna get woken up tomorrow early and ready to film YouTube videos whether he likes it or not. Okay? I run a tight ship. Okay. Alright, guys. Thank you so much. I mean, it's gonna be a temporary tattoo, okay? But still. Bean bath tattoo? Like, what if you have to take a bath in beans and tattoo? No, Gene Bands. No, no. We're all friends here. Okay, guys. I'm gonna give them a raid. I think they're still streaming for a little bit. We will be back tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. We're really proud of how well Andrea has been playing. I'm proud of the energy you guys have brought. I feel really good about Andrea's opponent, Jean-Pierre, being nice and not grabbing that extra pawn. Thank you, everybody. And we will see you all tomorrow. Amon versus Mink's boxing match? No, look. I've seen Amon fight once at a chess tournament, and then the next morning I saw him with a black eye. I feel like Minx would be 10 times worse than the Grandmaster he fought, honestly. And I don't want him to die in my house, because I feel like I would be the one who would be responsible for it. So we are not letting Minx fight Amon, because she will kill him. Okay? So, it's not happening. It's not happening. Not under my tight ship. Okay? Alright. Bye, guys. Have a good stream. You have no doubt, Mama Botez? Yes, exactly. Bye, everyone.